Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on mybasin.com. Tonight, it is a brand new year in the Skyline Conference as the Henley Hornets host the season opener against the Klamath Union Pelicans. Glad to be with you tonight from inside the Hornets' nest. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by a couple of Henley students tonight, Ian and Sophia Meyer, as we get ready for our Skyline Conference League opener. Henley enters with a 6-4 record on the season. Losers their last time out against Crook County at the Sisters Shootout, but a good showing up north nonetheless. For Klamath Union, they're entering 4-8 on the season, but they were winners their last time out. Back on Tuesday, a victory against Ashland, 56-47. But really, you'd look at the non-league record, wipe it off the table. Everything starts tonight as we look for a new Skyline Conference champion. Can the Hornets make it 3 straight seasons, or the Pelicans have something to say about it here on a Friday night in the Klamath Basin? We'll find out in just a moment. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the history between the Pelicans and the Hornets. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups, and then we'll get ready for tip-off, all coming at you in just a bit on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back to Henley basketball tonight on mybasin.com. The Hornets open in Skyline Conference play against the Klamath Union Pelicans. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined tonight by Ian Meyer, a student here at Henley High School. Ian, you're working on your senior project, getting a little bit of work experience. Tell some of our viewers a little bit about your senior project.
Yeah, I'm a senior here at Henley, and we are required to do like 5 hours of shadowing. And I'm just really excited that Josh let me shadow him, and I'm really excited to be here.
So what about sports tickles you the most? I mean, I know you're a baseball player, but why this specifically? What excites you about it?
I don't know. It's just the first opener. It's just going to be really fun and good competition.
Has there been buzz around school today about this one? I mean, it's a rivalry game after all, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of buzz around school, a lot around the boys, but This game against the girls is going to be really good, too.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good contest tonight. The boys certainly look to be maybe the more evenly matched bunch. Last season, Henley girls defeated Klamath Union a pair of times. It was back on January 9th, 1 year ago tonight, that Henley defeated them 74-36 on this floor. And then Henley took a game 56-31 at Pell Court last year. But Klamath Union, they were a play-in team last year. They won their final 4 games of the season, made the play-in game. They wound up losing to Junction City. They're a good coached team. They've got a fairly young core. Same with Henley. You know, Ian, we were kind of talking about off air. Henley has got so many good young players. I mean, they've got some seniors on their roster like Modine, Facel, and Campos, but the core of this team, Michaela Schroeder, you look down the list, J.C. Ladner, Shoshani Pappas, Gretchen Sheen. There's some good young players on this Henley team, Ian.
Yeah, there is. A lot of future talent here to come.
Looks like we're nearly ready for our national anthem tonight, so we'll step aside one final time before tip-off this evening. The Skyline Conference season opener is just moments away. The Henley Hornets are hosting the Klamath Union Pelicans, and you've got it all right here on mybasin.com. 2 minutes, and we're back with starting lineups.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
That was Henley High School's own Christopher Benjamin singing our national anthem ahead of festivities tonight, our Skyline Conference season opener between the Henley Hornets and the Klamath Union Pelicans. My name is Josh Eldridge. Once again, glad to be along with you. Ian Meyer along with me tonight. Sophia Meyer running our camera tonight on the live stream on mybasin.com. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starters for both teams, and we will start with the Klamath Union Pelicans, who are coached by John Nahar. Number 2, a sophomore, Kaylin Vanerath. Number 10, a senior, Araya Miller. Number 12, a senior, Isabella Armijo. Number 23, a junior, Lisette Wata. And number 25, a senior, Anissa Jimenez. Coach Nahar is assisted by Sam Stewart. And now it's time to introduce you the starting 5 for the hometown Henley Lady Hornets. The Hornets are coached by Randy Denson, and he's assisted by Heidi Friend and Kevin Petrick. Starting number 1, a senior 5'5" Kennedy Modine. Number 3, a junior 5'5" Preston Shade. Number 4, a senior 5'9" Lily Fassell. Number 10, a senior 5'7" Senya Campos. And number 15, a sophomore standing 6 foot tall, Michaela Schroeder. Hornets in their home white uniforms tonight. The Pelicans in their road red uniforms. Visitors inside the Hornets' nest. A decent little turnout for the Henley student section tonight. Looks to be whiteout night. Is that right? What do they have written on their shirts over there? Is that messages for KU or Henley?
Oh, so for our theme tonight's white lie. And basically, you just like write on a shirt like something that it's like it's a lie, but it's actually like true.
Well, someone over there has a shirt that says "I'm a KU fan." If that's true, They might be in some trouble.
Yeah.
All right, in the circle to start this one is going to be Michaela Schroeder for the Hornets and Isabella Armijo for the Pelicans. Our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association. We're always looking for help, whether it's basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, football, volleyball, wrestling, swimming, whatever it is. We always need new officials. So if you want to stay involved in a sport you love, earn a little bit of money, stay active in the community, visit osaa.org/officials to get started today. And here we go. The opening tip is controlled by the Hornets. They go from left to right. Preston Shade gives it up to Kennedy Modine. Now Senya Campos tries to drive the left side against Wata. Her shot no good. Senya Campos tracks down the rebound, goes back up with the shot, no. Schroeder with the third look for Henley, and that's how we get our opening bucket of the ball game. Good work on the glass is going to give Michaela Schroeder a rebound and her first 2 points of the game. Schroeder up in sisters in a game against the Bearcats of WF West High School. Had a game where she recorded 21 points and 24 rebounds. Off to a good start here. The Pelicans now into the front court. Here's Isabella Armijo operating the right side. Bounces the pass over to Miller. Miller gets tied up on the baseline by Shade. She's able to find her way up. That was actually Lisette Wata who traveled on her way in. And a turnover will give Henley the basketball with 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter and a 2-point lead. Preston Shade into the front court, finds Campos cutting on the baseline. Campos a strong take, no, but who else but Schroeder for an offensive board. Can't get hers to go. Campos with a third look. And there you go. 4-0 Henley. A couple of made buckets on second and third chance looks for Henley. Armijo now along the far side of the floor, guarded by Schroeder, takes it to the baseline and then backs into the corner. I believe the ball went out of bounds. And it will be Hornets basketball. Lily Fassell to inbound. Here's Shade. Across the timeline here for Henley. Gives it up to Modine here on the near wing. Guarded there by Jimenez. Whips the pass to Campos. Guarded by Wata, head of the key. Campos picks up the dribble. Lofts it underneath to Schroeder. Puts it on the deck. Goes up with the shot. Unable to get her first look to go. But gets the offensive board, the bucket, and the foul. And Michaela Schroeder already showing her presence inside. It's tough to keep her off the glass. Armijo will pick up her first foul, and Schroeder, now with 4 points already, will get her first free throw of the contest. Looks like no subs, and one free throw on the way. Schroeder makes it. It's a 7-0 Henley lead here in the first quarter, 6:44 to go. Schroeder bothering Armijo up the court. She crosses the timeline, now dribbles with her left hand, picks up the dribble, now throws it near side to Miller. She triggers a three, no good. Pelicans get their own offensive rebound back up and in. I believe that was Araya Miller on the putback. It's a 7-2 ball game. Modine looks to answer with a triple on the other side, no good. Campos with the offensive board. That shot's off the mark too, and Armijo pulls down the rebound. Now to the front court here for the Pels. Trying to drive the left lane, kicks it in the corner to Jimenez. Jimenez drives against Modine for a moment, tries to get the pass off to Miller, has trouble with it, but Shade's going to foul her in the open court. And that'll reset things. 6 minutes to go in the first, and a 5-point lead for Henley. Miller to inbound. Being guarded by Shade. She finally finds Armijo on the right wing. Gives it back to Vanerath, cutting down the middle, but she's unable to finish in close. Lily Fassell pulls down the rebound, nearly loses it, but gives it up to Campos in the front court. Campos guiding the offense, takes a deep three and cashes in.
Looks like Gretchen Sheen is coming in to substitute soon.
One of the better defensive players on this Henley team, and they've built out an 8-point lead, and they got the steal. Shade driving inside the other way, unable to get the shot to go. And here is Gretchen Sheen. She'll replace Senya Campos after her made triple. Campos with 5 points heads to the bench. Schroeder's got the other 5 as Henley leads 10-2 with 5.5 to go in the first. Long inbound pass is collected cleanly by Miller. She's now into the front court, loses the dribble. It was poked free by Preston Shade. And so the Pels will maintain possession of the basketball. Inbound pass is going to cross the timeline, but the Pelicans are able to field it in the backcourt. Isabella Armijo now into the front court for the Pels. Takes a screen right, hands it off to Wata. Wata now head of the key, trying to back down Sheen in the paint, goes up with the shot, and Wata travels. And that was good defense down underneath by Gretchen Sheen. Kind of what we talked about. She just stands in there tall, makes things hard, and creates a turnover. Shade's going to take the inbound pass into the front court here for Henley. Throws it to Schroeder in the corner. Head fakes a three. Now drives inside. Schroeder from 8 feet out. Banks it off the glass and in. 2 more for Michaela, and she's got 7. And her team a 10-point lead with 5 minutes to go in the first. Armijo tries to find Wata down underneath. Unable to get the pass off cleanly. Out of bounds it goes, and the Hornets get possession back. Vassell inbounds to Shade. Shade trying to take it right down Main Street, all the way in herself. The ball's poked out by Armijo, but it was last touched by Shade. Must have hit off her knee or her foot. And it'll be Pelicans basketball. Henley showing pressure on this inbound pass, but they're able to inbound to Armijo and give it back to Miller. Henley relents the press, and Miller's into the front court. Takes a screen going right. Armijo set a hard screen, tried to slip it, but the pass tipped away by Schroeder. And now into the hands of Shade. Back to Modine on the right wing. Jab step right, drives inside, high off the glass. Modine nearly hits an acrobatic shot, unable to go. The Hornets collect the offensive board, but the ball goes out of bounds. And so the Pelicans will have possession. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Henley leads 12-2. Armijo, the inbounder. Lofts it to Wata. Has trouble with it for a moment, but Miller recollects, and she'll bring it into the front court. Picked up there by Shade. Miller picks up the dribble, gives it up to Armijo there on the right wing. Tries to get it back to Miller, cutting inside. Her left-hand shot, no. Vassell cleans up the miss. 3-on-3 in the fast break. Vassell slows things down, pulls up from behind the arc, and leaves the three-point shot short. Henley saves the offensive board. They get it to Schroeder, who goes to work underneath for 2.
Wow, what an effort by Modine right there.
Yeah, no doubt. That ball was destined to go out of bounds. She saved it, got it to Michaela in for 2, and give Modine the assist. That's going to cause Coach Nahar to call timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Henley leads Klamath Union 14-2 on mybasin.com.
The best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
You know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
3:59 to go in the first quarter, 14-2. Henley leads Klamath Union in our Skyline Conference season opener. No other Skyline Conference games going on tonight. Couple of other Klamath Basin teams in action, though. I know the Cross Point Christian girls game against Prospect was postponed tonight, but the boys are still scheduled to play later on. And Chiloquin has got games against Gilchrist tonight. Armijo takes the inbound pass for Klamath Union. Tries to go to work against Schroeder underneath. Gets the pass outside to Miller, who takes a free throw line jumper and leaves it short. Schroeder pulls down the miss. Gives it up to J.C. Ladner, new to the game here for Henley. To Vassell here on the near wing. Vassell drives in. Tries to use the glass to score. Can't do it. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be last touched by a Pelicans player. And Henley keeps possession. We also see Senya Campos return to the game. And also Shania Barton in for Klamath Union. She'll replace Anissa Jimenez. Ladner, the inbounder, lofts it ahead to Vassell, who triggers a 3 quickly, and it rattles home. Lily Vassell, a made triple. It's now 17-2. Henley leads. And for Henley, their second made triple of this first quarter. 3.5 to go. Armijo trying to go to work against Sheen underneath. She loses the dribble. Ladner picks it up. J.C. Ladner ahead in transition. Off the glass, no. Schroeder gets the rebound, puts it back up. It hangs on the rim and drops. Michaela Schroeder already with 11 points here in the first quarter. Gives it ahead to Wata. Spins around her defender. Gets inside. Wata's fouled, and she'll shoot a couple free throws.
Today's live broadcast is brought to you by Today's broadcast is brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles. We feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes.
Wata made her first, and she's got a second one on the way. That one is no good. Scores 19-3. 3 minutes to go in the first. The Pels get an offensive rebound, but it goes out of bounds. I believe Campos was the last one to touch it, and so the Hornets will stay on defense here. It'll be Miller to inbound for KU. Looking for Armijo, in danger of a 5-second violation, but then finds Armijo on the wing. She drives inside to the left block, unable to get her shot to go. Sheen with the rebound, saves it from going out and into the hands of Ladner. Now it's Kennedy Modine working it up against Miller. Modine finds a lane right down the middle, a take and a score and a foul. Great aggression from Kennedy Modine there. The hoop and the harm and a free throw coming.
Yeah, that was an amazing play by Kennedy Modine.
Able to just find that lane in the middle, saw it open up, and love the aggressiveness from her. It's not something you often see, but she can really turn it on and mix things up in the paint. She's got a free throw here after making her first bucket, and the free throw's good. Henley's opened up a 19-point lead here on Klamath Union with still 2:44 yet to play in the first quarter. Miller receives a pass, takes a mid-range shot, no good. Campos cleans up the miss. Senya along the far side of the floor, nearly let the ball go out of bounds. Lofts it to Modine here on the near wing. She thought about a three, then gives it back up to Campos. Campos has no problem taking and making a deep three. It's 25-3, Hornets lead. 8 points for Senya. 2:20 to go in the first. Klamath Union looking for an answer, but instead they find a turnover. The Hornets pushing it up. Ladner in the paint, up with the shot, it's good.
This Henley team just has all-around great defense. Back-to-back turnovers right there.
And still pressing here. They get the pass ahead to Armijo in the near corner. Trying to go to work against Ladner. Armijo strong up with the shot. It hangs on the rim. No. She gets her offensive rebound and then is fouled. And that will send Isabella Armijo to the line for two. So far in the game, Klamath Union 1 for 2 at the free throw line.
Today's live broadcast is brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share, the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable, not corporate. Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi.
Armijo's first free throw was no good. She's got a second. Looks like Campos has checked out of the game. I believe she was replaced by Preston Shade. And still yet one more free throw to come for Armijo. Senior for Klamath Union. Shot no good. Schroeder battles for the rebound. Ladner gives it ahead to Modine. 1:48 to go in the first. Henley already with a big lead. Shade driving in, loses on the drive, recollects, goes back up and scores. Great play there by Shade. Henley continuing to press on defense. Wata beats the press and is able to score with the left hand on the other side. She's got 3 points, and it's a 29-5 game. A minute and a half to go in the first. Modine skips the pass to Schroeder, spins from the block, off the window and in. Veteran play there by Michaela Schroeder. She's got 13 first quarter points. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Armijo beats the press, throws it cross court over to Barton. She dumps it underneath to Miller for a right block jumper that rattles in. Miller's got 4 points. A minute remaining in the first. Henley up 31-7. Modine calling for a Schroeder screen. Takes it left. Gives it up to Gretchen Sheen, who blows by her defender. Tried a scoop shot, no good. Rebound battled for on the right block. It's going to be a held ball, and the possession arrow favors the Pelicans. 12 seconds separating the shot from the game clock. Henley continued to press here. Armijo bothered by Sheen on her way up the floor. Trapped by Schroeder. They get the pass off to Barton. Barton picks up the dribble one step inside the arc. Gives it up to Armijo. Now Wata in the corner. She tries a three. No. Rebound pulled down by Ladner. Shot clock is off with 30 seconds to go. But Henley not concerned with the last shot of the quarter. They just want points. In Modine's search for points, she travels. And so the Pelicans have a chance to take the last shot of the period if they want it. Miller to inbound. Gets it into Wata. Wata tries to beat the trap. Gives it ahead to Barton on the wing. Dribbles into the corner. Now Barton's trapped. Tries to get rid of it to Wata, but the Hornets come away with a steal. 15 seconds to go in the first. Ladner has to pick up the dribble. Give it ahead to Modine into the front court with 10 seconds. Modine, a right-handed dribble, gives it up to Ladner now with 7. Now Schroeder on the wing with 4. She takes a three-point jump shot, no good. Armijo pulls down the rebound, but she's not going to get a shot off before the first quarter expires, and Henley will carry a 31-7 lead to the second quarter. We'll be back with more Skyline Conference basketball next on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Henley with a 31-7 lead against the Klamath Union Pelicans as we get ready for the second quarter of action tonight, our Skyline Conference season opener. 5 on the floor for Henley, J.C. Ladner, Shoshani Pappas. It's Lily Fassell along with Preston Shade and Michaela Schroeder. For Klamath Union, it's Jimenez, Barton, Armijo, Wata, and Miller. Ladner throws it to Fassell here in the near corner. Now back to Ladner, head of the key. Ladner dribbles by her defender, drives all the way in. Ladner's fouled on the shot, and she scores. A nifty move there for JC, the sophomore, switching to her left hand on the drive and scoring 2. She'll get 1 free throw here. That's her 4th point of the game, looking for her 5th. Ladner's shot is good. 34-7. Henley up, 7:40 to go in the first half. Lisette Wata bringing the ball up the floor. Wata now with the right-handed dribble, going to work against Fassell. Gets by Fassell. A nice shot from Wata's too strong. Gets her own miss. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Fassell, so the Pels keep it. It'll be Anissa Jimenez to inbound here for Klamath Union. Pappas guarding the inbound pass. They get it off to Miller just in time. Barton now has it, head of the key. She picks up the dribble. Looking for Armijo. The pass tipped free into the hands of Ladner. Gives it ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder inside, unable to finish. Gets an offensive board, and you know the rest. A 2-point bucket from Michaela Schroeder on an offensive rebound. 36-7. 7:10 to go in the second quarter. And over and back, Jimenez didn't have her feet set in the front court before she received the pass. And so it'll be a turnover, and the Hornets regain possession. 15 points already in the game for Schroeder. Here's Shade, driving the right side. Shade against Barton. Shade off the glass and in. She's got 4 points. 38-7 the score. And Isa Jimenez bringing the ball up for KU. The right-handed dribble, nearly loses it against Pappas, head of the key. Tries to throw it to Barton. Barton was going right. Jimenez threw it left, and the ball goes out of bounds. Henley gets it back. Timeout is called by Coach Nahar. We'll take it. 6:45 to go in the second quarter. 38-7. Henley in front of Klamath Union. Back with more from the Hornets' nest next.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
38-7, 6:45 to go in the second quarter. My name is Josh Eldridge. Ian Meyer and Sophia Meyer along with me tonight, students from Henley High School. And the Hornets feeling good right now, up big time. They've gotten great contributions from Michaela Schroeder, 15 points for her. J.C. Ladner has 5. Senya Campos has 8 so far in the game. 5 on the floor coming out of the break for Henley. It's Fassell, Pappas, Ladner, Schroeder, and Shade. For Klamath Union, Jimenez, Miller, Wata, Armijo, and Barton. And here we go. Henley to start with the basketball out of our break. Pappas crossing the timeline. Left-handed dribble. The freshman takes it inside, goes up strong. She's going to have traveled before the shot. Both officials saw the same thing. No argument there. And Jimenez bringing the ball up the floor. Pappas picks her up at the half-court logo. Picks up the dribble. Finds Barton there on the right side. Barton gives it up to Miller in the corner. Miller against Ladner. Gets the pass off to Armijo. Schroeder tips it out of the hands of Isabella Armijo, so it'll stay with the Pels. 18 seconds on the shot clock. And Armijo to inbound in front of the Hornets bench. They get it into Miller. Nearly steps out. They give it back to Armijo. Takes a screen going right, trying to drive to the baseline. Armijo again nearly steps out. Picks up the dribble. Bounces it to Wata, who can't control the pass. And Schroeder picks it up. Ahead to Pappas. Now Fasel. One step inside the arc from the mid-range. No, but Shade there for the putback on the offensive board. Dedicate yourself to the glass. Good things happen. Henley's figured that one out. They've been great on the offensive board so far this game. Jimenez playing between the circles against Pappas. Picks up the dribble. Tries to find Armijo, but throws it right to Schroeder. Now ahead to Shade. Rifles the pass underneath to Ladner. Too much on that pass. Ladner can't handle it. And it goes out of bounds. A couple of subs in here for Henley. It'll be Brooklyn Conrad along with Senya Campos and Kennedy Modine back into the game for Henley. No subs for Klamath Union. 5:38 to go in the second quarter. 40-7. Pass intended for Wata, taken away by Modine. Ahead to Conrad, and her shot misses. Fasel with the rebound. An offensive board leads to 2 points for Henley. 5 points now for Lily in this one. Miller gives it up to Armijo. Guarded head of the key by Campos. Tries to drive the right side. Armijo is going to be fouled. I think Campos might have reached in against her. And that is a foul against Senya. That'll be the first for her. And the first for the team this period as well. We'll have a sub come in for Klamath Union. Looks like Cammie Hall, sophomore, in for the Pels, as she will replace Shania Barton. And I think we had one more sub maybe come in for KU. It looks like it was Kaylin Vanerath as well, so Wata has gone to the bench. Here's Miller, right extended arc. Guarded tightly by Fasel. They bounce the pass to Hall, still on the wing. Hall guarded tightly by Conrad. Now it's Pappas who picks her up after a screen. Gets rid of it to Jimenez. Still guarded tightly by Conrad. Henley's defense unrelenting in front of their bench. Now here is Vanerath. Dribbles in, turns it over. Fasel passes it ahead to Modine, who picks it up and puts it in for two.
Really nice play by the senior Kennedy Modine.
Nearly another turnover in the backcourt. Modine, by the way, now with 5 points after that made 2-point bucket. KU trying to beat the press. They get it underneath to Hall, who kicks it out to Miller for a mid-range shot that's too strong. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will be Pelicans basketball. We've got Gretchen Sheen checking in to replace Shoshani Pappas. And the Pels to inbound. They throw a wild inbound pass that Campos takes away, bouncing it ahead to Conrad for two. Everything coming up Hornets here in the first half. 46-7, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Here's Araya Miller, top of the key. Bouncing it underneath, but Fasel steals it, then loses it right away. She got tripped up on Hall. Pelicans have it. Armijo head of the key, guarded by Conrad. Driving in. Kicks it out to Hall for a mid-range shot, no good. Battle for the board underneath is won by KU. They kick it to Miller on the left wing and then bounce it over to Hall. 19 to shoot for KU. Here's Armijo. Right extended arc, trying to dump it underneath to Vanerath. Too tall for that pass, and out of bounds it goes. Henley gets possession. Lisette Wata returns to the contest for KU. She'll replace Isabella Armijo. 3:45 to go in the first half. Henley up big. Kennedy Modine walking it up here for the Hornets. Met head of the key by Vanerath. Trying to get it to Fasel underneath. Unable to get it. Fasel picks up the loose ball, but there is a whistle. Henley players on the floor kind of laughing about that one. I think that was a rocket shot of the basketball right to the face of Lily Fussell, so going to get a chuckle out of that as Schroeder checks in for Campos. Inbound pass goes to Vanerath. No press anymore for Henley. Vanerath guarded by Modine, head of the key, takes a screen going right, picked up by Conrad. She tries a mid-range shot, tries to use the glass but can't get it to go. Fussell pulls down the rebound, throws it ahead to Modine. Modine gives it up to Conrad, dribbling the left side. Brooklyn backs back out, now finds Fussell, underhand dish to Modine. Tried to find Sheen cutting underneath, instead kicks it out to Fussell for a long-distance three that doesn't go. Henley tries to chase down the miss, and actually it was tipped out by a Pelicans player. I think it was Zariah Miller who last touched it. And so it'll be Hornets basketball. 3:04 to go in the second quarter. A 46-7 lead. Here's Gretchen Sheen. Throws it to Modine for a wing three. No. The rebound is battled for. Won by Fussell. Her putback attempt off the mark. Sheen gets a third chance. Great dish to Schroeder underneath, and she puts it up and in for a pair. 48-7. 2:45 to go in the half. Henley leads. Zariah Miller, top of the key. Loses the dribble against Fussell. One-on-one. Lily going the other way. She kisses it off the window and in. 50-7. Henley is dominant here in the first half against Klamath Union, and another steal. Modine all alone in transition. Yes, you bet.
Great defense by the Hornets right now.
Unrelenting. Vanerath dribbles in, has some room on the right block. She's going to travel. Brooklyn Conrad stood her up in the paint. Gonna have a sub coming in. Shade replaces Modine. And here we go. Shade in the front court. Gives it up to Sheen. Sheen trying to drive the baseline. Gets around Wata. Throws up a wild shot. Good defense by Lisette Wata from Klamath Union on that sequence. Creates a turnover for the Pels. Inbound pass goes to Miller. Walking it up here for KU. Miller picks up the dribble at half court. She's trapped, has it poked free. Ball goes into the backcourt, picked up by Conrad. She goes to work against Miller down low and scores. Conrad's now got 4 points. Henley up 54-7 and another steal. Lily Fussell in for two. She's got 8 points. Henley close to opening up a 50-point first half lead. Vanerath trying to drive the right side. In against Sheen. Sheen blocks the mid-range shot. Outlet pass ahead to Shade. Shade against Jimenez down low. She is going to get fouled. And Shade will have a couple of free throws coming up.
This live broadcast is brought to you by God's Gift Photography. Are you a parent of a high school athlete? Tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action? There is a solution. God's Gift Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more.
Most of the photos you'll see on mybasin.com taken by Annalisa Casson. She does a great job. Preston Shade made her first free throw, by the way. There's your 50-point Henley advantage. Michaela Schroeder also goes to the bench. She's replaced by the freshman Shoshani Pappas. Shade's second free throw is no good. The rebound picked up by Conrad. Strong dribble back up, no. Pappas with the rebound. A third chance, no. And this time Armijo cleans up the miss. Has it picked free by Shade. A fourth chance on this possession. Finally down and in. And for Shade, that wound up being a 3-point possession for her after a made free throw and then a 2-point bucket. Armijo has it in the paint. A shot from 12 feet out, off the window and in. Armijo with her first 2 points of the game. Pappas near wing to Shade. Lofts it underneath to Sheen, and pass goes out of bounds. Klamath Union takes possession. 6 seconds separating shot and game clock here. A 59-9 game. Jimenez bringing it up the floor here for Klamath Union. Takes a screen going right. Dumps it underneath to Vanerath. The loose ball's picked up by Pappas. Shot clock off, 30 seconds to go. Pappas pushing the ball ahead here for Henley. Drives the right side. Underhand dish to Shade. Rifles it underneath to Ladner. Goes to work against Jimenez. Her shot off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by KU. And so Shade will inbound. Shade lofts it out to Sheen on the wing. A right wing jumper's no good. Armijo pulls down the rebound. 13 seconds to go in the half. Armijo driving ahead, has her pocket picked by Ladner. 8 seconds to go, Shade ahead, 6 seconds, she drives in, her shot no good. Ladner gets the rebound, her shot with 2 seconds, no. Shade's not going to get a third chance to end the second quarter, but Henley's doing just fine. 59-9, the score after 16 minutes of basketball. We'll be back to give you an idea of who's leading the way for both teams. We'll talk a little bit about the boys' game we've got coming up as well. So stick around for more Skyline Conference basketball on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
It is halftime tonight of the girls varsity contest, our Skyline Conference season opener. The Henley Hornets with a big first half lead, up 59-9 against the Klamath Union Pelicans. Let's go ahead and run down our leading scorers, and we'll start with Henley. 17 points from Michaela Schroeder. She leads the way. She's helped out with 11 points from Preston Shade, 8 from Senya Campos, 7 from Lily Fassell. 5 each from Kennedy Modine and J.C. Ladner, and 4 for Brooklyn Conrad. Those are your scorers right now for Henley. For Klamath Union, they're paced right now by Oriah Miller with 4 points. Lisette Wata has 3, and Isabella Armijo has 2. Ian, through this first half of basketball today, Henley has dictated just about every portion of this game, and it starts on defense.
Yeah, it sure does. Henley's had an amazing game with defense. Then also the help with, Michaela Schroeder having a really good game.
And, for Schroeder, like I said, 17 points. A lot of those second chance points, and she's done a great job rebounding along with the rest of her team tonight.
Yes, she's done really, really good.
For Klamath Union, they're just having trouble getting the ball up the front court, not taking care of the basketball. Henley, again, just another thing they're doing well, a lot of steals. It's about every defensive statistic you could say. Rebounding, blocked shots, steals. They're just doing it well tonight. It's you watch this team, and it's no secret that, they've won the last 2 Skyline Conference championships, and they're looking for a third, and it starts here tonight with our league opener. We're going to take a break here on our halftime show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what we expect to see from the boys tonight. We'll also check in on a couple of scores from the Klamath Basin. Check in on Oregon Tech, the women's basketball team playing Eastern Oregon tonight. It's pink out up at Daniel Miles Court. Give you a score update there. See if we can't find out what's going on with the Oregon Ducks as well in their semifinal football game this evening. Give you an update on everything as we continue our halftime show tonight. 59-9, Henley leads Klamath Union. Back with more in 60 seconds.
Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
Skyline Conference season opener tonight between Henley and Klamath Union. Right now, the Hornets lead 59-9 here on mybasin.com.
This halftime show is brought to you by Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members in the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles. We feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes.
Here at halftime, Henley in front big time. Want to clue you in on a couple of other scores that you might be aware of. We'll start up at Oregon Tech. Looks like a couple of minutes left to go in the second quarter, and the Oregon Tech Lady Owls right now leading the unbeaten Eastern Oregon Mountaineers 51-49. Tech 5-1 in conference play, Eastern 6-0. So if Tech can find a way to hold on and knock off the Mounties, that'll put them in a tie for first place in the Cascade Conference here nearing the halfway point in the season. Other game we want to check in on, maybe reluctantly at this point, at halftime, Indiana leading Oregon college football semifinal 35-7. Ian, what's going on with your Ducks? We got to talk about this here.
I don't know. I thought it would be hard to beat the same team twice, but, you know, it's football. Anything can happen. You can see one of these games flip upside down, like in the second half. It's halftime right now.
35-7 there, the Ducks trailing against Indiana. We'll keep you updated on that score. We'll keep you updated on the Oregon Tech Hustlin' and Lady Owls as well. And, of course, thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on mybasin.com. We've still got the Henley boys yet to come this evening. That game is, it's looking like it's going to be pretty evenly matched between the Henley boys and the Klamath Union boys. Really, the whole conference feels wide open this year. But, inter-city rivalry, a couple of teams which look evenly matched. It should be a good one later on tonight, Ian.
Yes, I think it will be too.
59-9, our score right here at halftime. The Lady Hornets leading the Pelicans. We're going to take one more break here on our halftime show. And when we come back, it's third quarter action on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Josh Eldridge back with you on mybasin.com. Henley up big here at halftime, 59-9. Ian and Sophia Meyer along with me tonight. A couple of seniors here at Henley High School working on their senior project. You'll be hearing from them throughout the evening as well. 5 on the floor for Henley to start the second half. Senya Campos, Kennedy Modine, Lily Fassell, Preston Shade, and Michaela Schroeder. Klamath Union has yet to come out of the locker room. And it looks like finally now they're on their way out with 14 seconds left on the halftime clock. Down 50 points. Probably glad to be out of that locker room at this point. Get back out on the floor. We'll see who the 5 are for them coming out of the break. Again, leading scorer for Henley, 17 points for Michaela Schroeder. Preston Shade scored 11. In fact, only 9 points have been scored by non-Henley starters. Henley starters have scored the other 50 tonight so far. Klamath Union has Araya Miller, Anissa Jimenez, Kaylin Vanerath, Lisette Wata, and Isabella Armijo on the floor for them to start the third quarter, and they start with the basketball. Vanerath has it now, head of the key, guarded by Senya Campos. Tries to give it up to Wata down low, finds Jimenez in the near corner. Wata now trying to go to work against Lily Fassell, goes up and gets fouled. And so this will be a couple of free throws for Lisette Wata. She's 1 for 2 on a previous trip.
This broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. Looking for a great place to eat? Head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. 1919 Austin Street or 226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza, a proud supporter of the high school sports.
Split trip there for Wata. She's got 4 points now, and it's now 59-10. Modine triggers a 3, no good. Schroeder gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Modine, who bullies her way to the cup and scores. Kennedy Modine with Henley's first points of the second half and 7 total for the ball game. Henley back out in front by 51. Jimenez dribbling with her right hand, kicks it to Miller. Miller guarded by Shade. Tries to dribble with her right hand, gets it to Jimenez, but it's taken away by Modine. She throws it ahead to Shade. To Schroeder in transition. Michaela scores 2. 19 points for her, and her team with a 53-point lead. Henley looking to maintain this advantage, keep it big, try to institute a running clock in the fourth quarter. Wata has it top of the key. Driving in against Fassell, takes it the right lane. No good on the shot, and Schroeder grabs the board. Ahead to Modine. Modine gives it up to Campos for a right wing 3. Left it short, follows up her own miss. Tries to put it back and gets fouled. Senya Campos to the line for 2. These will be her first free throws tonight. She had 8 first half points.
That was a great effort by Campos to go get her 3 and try and put it up for a bucket and then gets fouled.
Absolutely.
This broadcast is brought to you by Sage Credit Union. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and ensure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or just want a great checking account, Sage Credit Union can help you reach your goals.
Campos missed both free throws. Wata pulls down the miss. Driving ahead for KU, takes a couple of screens, spins around the right lane, loses it on her way up. The ball goes out of bounds. It was off of Schroeder's foot. And so the Pels will keep the basketball. Pretty good house tonight here at Henley High School, starting to fill up as we are in the second half of the girls' game. Quite a few fans on both sides of the floor. In fact, they've actually got both bleachers unrolled, which is not necessarily typical here inside the Hornets' nest. It's been a good night so far. Jimenez here in the near corner tries to get it to Wata down low, but she can't control the pass. It goes out of bounds. It's last touched by Wata, and the Hornets get possession. It'll be Fassell to inbound. 63-10 the score. 6.5 to go in the third. Pass goes over to Schroeder. Schroeder then to Shade. Shade rifles it down underneath to Campos. A great find for Shade, and A great play by Campos, taking the lane and scoring 2. She's got 10 points. Here's Vanerath. Throws it on the wing to Miller. Miller to Wata. Guarded there by Facel. Wata head of the key. Trying to drive the left side. Picks it up. Bounces it to Armijo underneath, but too much on that bounce pass. Goes out of bounds, and the Hornets get it back. Shania Barton checking in for Klamath Union. She'll replace Raya Miller. Barton still scoreless yet on the game. Miller, who heads to the bench, has 4 points, tied for the team lead right now. Great pass underneath to Schroeder. Can't make it that easy for her. She's got 21 points. Bounce pass to Barton. Nearly taken away by Shade, but she can't keep it in bounds. And so, got 4 subs coming in for Henley. Conrad, Sheen, Ladner, and Pappas in. The only one staying in for Henley is Schroeder. Inbound pass stolen by Pappas. Henley 3-on-2 in the break. Pappas throws up the shot herself, no good. The rebound is battled for and won by Shania Barton. She gives it up to Lisette Wata. Wata tries to take it in herself. She scores and one. Wata now with 6 points in the contest. She's 2 for 4 at the free throw line so far in the game. And has one on the way here.
Even though the Pels are down by 55 points, I think still great how hard they're playing. Something that all you can ask for a team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Ladner pulls down the miss. Gives it ahead to Conrad. Now back to Ladner. She crosses the timeline for Henley. Taking a screen going left. Wata nearly comes away with a steal. They're battling for it with Ladner. The ball squirts free into the hands of Pappas. Finds Schroeder in close, but Jimenez pokes it free. And there's a little bit of what you were talking about, Ian. That was a good defensive play there by KU to try to make things a little dirty for Henley down there. Ladner to inbound. Looking to find Conrad on the left elbow for a jumper, too strong. The rebound falls to Sheen, and a tie-up will favor Henley. Ladner again to inbound for the Hornets. Looking for Schroeder off a screen. Instead, they get it high top of the key to Pappas, then back to Ladner. Ladner to Schroeder underneath. Schroeder can't receive it cleanly. Shoshani gets it. Her shot no good. Wata pulls down the miss. Along the near side, Wata's had a good third quarter so far. Trying to back down Sheen. Loses the dribble. Schroeder dives for it. Gets tied up with Armijo, and it's a held ball. This time, possession will favor the Pelicans. Anissa Jimenez to inbound for KU. Trying to find anybody. Gets it to Armijo, cutting in low. Armijo going to work against Sheen on the right block. Shoshani Pappas lying in wait, picks her pocket. Now coming the other way.
Great play by the freshman right there.
Yeah, anticipated that one nicely. Unfortunately for Henley, just got ahead of themselves on the transition break, but Pappas, realizing the player had her back to her, came up and stole that one. That's a smart play by the freshman. Vanerath walking it up. Left-handed dribble, gives it up to Barton there on the left side. Tries to get it back underneath to Vanerath, and a whistle. And I believe this one's going against Henley. I think it'll be Gretchen Sheen, her second foul, and the team's third here in the third quarter. The score 67-12, 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass goes to Barton, gives it to Armijo for a left elbow jumper that won't fall. Conrad pulls down the rebound, gives it ahead to Pappas. Dribbles up to the right elbow, then back out beyond the arc. Now to the hands of Ladner. Ladner takes a screen right. Outside to Sheen. She tries a three, can't find it. Jimenez pulls down the miss, bothered by a few different Hornets players. Jimenez wants a foul, not going to get it. The ball goes out of bounds, going the other way, and Klamath Union will keep possession of the basketball. Jimenez still trying to argue her case to the official. It's not going to work out for her. In fact, she'll be subbed out here and replaced by Araya Miller. We'll also see Sofia Serrato-Mata into the game as well. Inbound pass goes to Armijo. Has it there on the left side. Head of the key now to Barton. Kicks it to Serrato-Mata. Now down underneath to Wata, to Armijo. A good pass, won't lead to a bucket. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. But quality interior passing from the Pels that time. They got the look they wanted on that possession, just unable to cash in. Miller to inbound, gets it to Wata on the wing. Wata drives inside from 10. She fires up a shot that won't go. Schroeder pulls down the rebound, gives it ahead to Pappas. Pappas driving with her right hand. Loses the dribble for a moment, guarded by Wata. Trying to bounce underneath to Schroeder. Armijo pokes it free into the hands of Lisette Wata. She brings it up for KU. Has it top of the key. Takes a screen going right. Now drives left. Tries to get the pass to Miller in the corner. It's taken away by Conrad. Conrad outnumbered in transition. Throws the pass to Pappas, but it was a whistle before the pass. And so we'll have a foul, I think, against Klamath Union, which will allow Henley to inbound on the baseline underneath the bucket. Some subs coming in for Henley as well. Facel, Campos, Shade, and Modine back into the game. The only one to stay out there for Henley was Brooklyn Conrad. Shade to inbound, gets it quickly to Facel, who is fouled by Shania Barton. That'll be the third KU team foul, and the first for Barton. Shade to inbound, gets it quickly to Campos, kicks it to Shade in the corner. Shade now to Modine straight away. Modine jab step right, goes left, drives inside the paint, tries to use the glass to score, can't do it, and the rebound falls to Klamath Union. Armijo and Wata outnumbered in transition, and actually Armijo will get fouled from behind. Charge the foul to Kennedy Modine, and that's the fourth Henley team foul. One more will send KU to the bonus.
As we said for KU, also Henley's playing really tough too, even though they're up 55 points still too.
Yeah, it's relenting. You see the effort on the floor. It just plays like a close game. A lot of loose balls being dove after, high effort plays. Klamath Union wind up going over and back there. Sofia Serrato-Mata unable to control the dribble, and Henley will reclaim possession. 2:43 to go in the third. Hornets just showing that experience and playing together really shines through, especially in these league games. Shade gives it top of the key to Campos. Campos drives the left block, goes up with a tough shot, unable to get it to go, tracks down her own miss, gives it up to Shade, uncontested look from downtown, left short. Campos with a third chance, and she scores. Campos now with 12 points in the contest, and her team leads 69-12. Pass goes to Serrato-Mata, has it now on the right side. Trying to dribble in, loses it to Shade. Preston Shade looking for someone to pass it off to. The Hornets slow down. She brings it along the right side, gets right past Armijo. A scoop shot to score and one. One free throw coming up for Shade. She's got 13 points. Henley's known to score a ton of points this year. In 2 of the 3 games at Sisters, they scored over 70 points. A 70-36 win against Taft. A 75-73 win against WF West High School from Washington. And now here in the third quarter, already 70 points. And another steal for Lily Facel. Has it on the near wing. Thought about a triple. Picks up the dribble. Finds Campos, but it's stolen by Armijo. A long outlet pass and a foot race. It's going to be won by Serrato-Mata, but she keeps the ball in bounds only for a Hornets player to pick it up. Shade moving ahead for Henley. 1:37 to go in the third. Over to Facel on the right wing. Facel throws it to Conrad. Now back to Modine. Modine from 3. No good. Rebound falls to Wata. Here's Armijo. Driving in against Campos. A tough shot won't go. And Facel gets the rebound. Campos throws it ahead to Conrad. She tries a catch-and-shoot triple, wide right. Hornets keep it in bounds. It will be last touched by Modine, I believe. Anissa Jimenez gets ready to check in for Isabella Armijo, and actually it'll be Henley basketball after that out-of-bounds play. Shade trying to find somebody. Running out of time. Finds Campos near the baseline. Tries to throw it to Conrad in the corner, but the pass taken away by Wata. Lisette Wata across the timeline now for Klamath Union. Has it head of the key. Guarded by Facel. Facel pokes it free for a moment. There's a scramble for the basketball. Klamath Union keeps it. Araya Miller gets in the paint. A nice take and a good score for Araya Miller. Showing aggression and bullying her way inside for 2. She's got 6 points. On the other side, Lily Facel scores 2 with ease. She's got 9 points. 1 second separating shot from game clock. Araya Miller between the circles. Lofts it to Modine. Ball poked free for a moment. The Hornets tried to get it back. I think they did. It was last touched by KU going out of bounds. So 22 seconds remain in the quarter. And Henley could take the last shot if they want it. Campos has it top of the key. Now she's driving inside. Goes from the left block. Her shot is up and out of bounds. Last touched by KU. That took a few seconds off the clock, and there's 12 and a half remaining. Campos to inbound. Quickly into Conrad. Off the glass, no, and the rebound falls to Wata with 9 seconds. Wata crosses the timeline now with 6. Loses the dribble with 4. Conrad with 2. With 1. Gets the shot off the glass. No, it won't drop to end the third quarter. 73-14. Henley with a comfortable lead. We'll be in a running clock when we start the fourth quarter next on MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here at Henley High School. Our Skyline Conference season opener pits the Hornets against the Pelicans. 73-14, Henley in front, which means we'll see a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Once the clock starts, it will only stop for timeouts and free throws. And again, still one more game yet to come tonight. The Henley boys against the KU boys. That's a scheduled tip-off of 7:30. Want to give you a score update from Oregon Tech. 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Lady Owls and the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers tied at 62. We'll keep you updated on that one as we wrap up our coverage of Lady Hornets basketball tonight. Facel out there on the floor with Campos, Shade, Modine, and Schroeder. Modine with a pull-up 3 that won't go. Pelicans pull down the miss. Out there for KU, it's Miller, Harris, Jimenez, Claire Peterson, and Shania Barton. Miller has it top of the key. Dribbles in, takes a free throw line jumper that won't go. Tracks down her own miss, kicks it outside to Barton. They whip the pass to Jimenez for a wing 3. High arcing shot won't go. And Preston Shade pulls down the rebound. Shade met head of the key by Peterson. Bouncing it to Campos on the right side. Lofting it to Schroeder underneath. Too close. Schroeder scores 75-14. Like I was saying about Henley earlier, they score a ton of points, have scored 70 on multiple occasions this season. Their season high, we'll put you on watch for it, was 94 points. That was on December 18th against Lakeview. Pass comes into the near corner to Peterson. Peterson bounces it to Harris. Harris is going to have stepped out on the baseline. And it'll be Henley basketball. Oh, I think there's actually a foul. My mistake. It will be Pelicans basketball. We've got 5 subs checking in here for Henley. Sheen, Pappas, Peyton Modine, along with J.C. Ladner and Gretchen Sheen and Brooklyn Conrad. Those are the 5 out there for Henley. Inbound pass goes to Peterson. She fires a quick shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ladner. They loft it ahead to Sheen. Sheen gives it to Conrad. What a pass, what a score. Oh boy. Great one there for Sheen to Conrad for 2. 6 points for Brooklyn here tonight. Here's Peterson driving the right side. Gives it up to Harris. Back outside to Peterson. She thought about a 3. Drives inside. Loses the dribble. Poked free by Ladner. It was JC who last touched it. And so the Pels get to keep it. Miller to inbound. Looking on the baseline. Gets it into Barton. But Pappas pokes it free. Out of bounds it goes. KU keeps it. Ooh, hearing pulled pork from Howard's Meat Center down here at the concession stand here at Henley. Howard's Meat Center, of course, one of our sponsors here on MyBasin.com as well. Barton with a catch-and-shoot 3. Blocked by Pappas. Pappas takes it all the way to the other side. Unable to score in close. Ladner keeps the ball in bounds. Finds Pappas on the block. Turnaround for 2. A hectic sequence, but the freshman sticks with it and scores her first points of the game. 79-14, 5 minutes to play. Barton on the left side. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson to Jimenez, right side. Henley settling into a zone, and they create a turnover. Conrad with her hand in the passing lane. Outlet ahead to Sheen. Bounce pass to Ladner in close, you bet. Ladner with 7 points in the contest. 81-14, Henley leads. Miller bringing it up. It looks like we'll have a few more subs getting ready to come in for Henley at the next stoppage, and I suppose same for KU. Miller tries a 3, no good. The rebound pulled down by Peyton Modine. Modine lofts it underneath to Ladner. Kicks it out to Pappas for a wing 3. Leaves it short. Rebound saved by Conrad, but she gives it up to Jimenez for KU. And the Pels walk the other way. 4 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Jimenez now on the left side. Well beyond the arc. Finds Peterson in the far corner. Peterson trying to split the defense and loses it. Gretchen Sheen now all alone in transition. She scores 2, and a timeout is called by Coach Randy Denson. We'll take it with him. He wants to get his subs, the final of them, into the ball game. 83-14 our score. 3:53 to go in the fourth. Back with more next on MyBasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
83-14 our score. Henley in front of Klamath Union. 3:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Hornets looking to stay healthy, close this one out. They've got some new subs into the game. We'll reset the 5 on the floor for you. We've got Peyton Modine, Natalie Robles. We got Molly Brown out there with Sam Cunningham as well for Henley. And a bucket and a foul for Klamath Union's Seven Harris. The sophomore able to get in for 2 and a free throw. 83-16 the score. Those are the first points for Harris. And the free throw is good. 83-17. Peyton Modine lofting it ahead to Pappas. A reverse layup is no good. Pappas gets her own rebound, trying to drive the baseline. A reverse layup is going to drop, but I think she stepped out of bounds. And so the Pels get possession back. Again, clock continues to roll away here. 3 minutes remaining. Here's Vanerath on the near wing, guarded by Robles. Vanerath picks up the dribble, loses it, picks it back up, still guarded by Robles. Tough defense. Vanerath drives in. She gets fouled. Solid take there by Vanerath, feeling the contact. The sophomore went up for the shot and created the foul.
Today's broadcast is also brought to you by Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Little things can add up to big bills when buying, selling, or owning a home. Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty's exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protects buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty today.
Vanerath missed her first. She's got a second. And it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Robles. Gives it ahead to Modine. Lofts it to Pappas here on the near side. Pappas works her way inside. A right-handed shot, no. And Wata pulls down the rebound. Lisette Wata along the far side of the floor. Dribbles by every defender. Takes it in but can't score. The rebound taken in by Molly Brown. Now ahead to Modine. Modine with a right-handed dribble. Backing down her defender. Kicking it to Pappas. She sets her feet for a triple. Got it! 5 points now for Shoshani Pappas, 86-17, under 2 minutes to go. Henley leads. Vanerath driving inside, right-handed floater, no, and the rebound falls to Natalie Robles, and a foul as Robles tries to take the ball up the floor. And it was actually called on Klamath Union, so Robles will inbound here for Henley, and she'll get it into Modine. And together they walk the ball up the floor. 90 seconds to go. Lofting it down low to Cunningham. She goes to work on the right block, unable to get it to go. And Isabella Armijo pulls down the miss, lofting it ahead to Vanerath, but it's stolen by Modine. Klamath Union gets it right back. Miller to Wata down low. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go the way of the Henley Hornets. 1 minute and 10 remaining. Again, clock continues to tick away. By the way, up at Oregon Tech, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Eastern Oregon leads the Lady Owls 67-64. Henley on the other way, bouncing it down low to Cunningham. Through the trees, unable to get it to go, but Pappas saves it from going out of bounds. A three taken and missed by Henley. Cunningham down low, no. Finally, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Henley. Klamath Union takes it. Inbound pass goes to Vanerath. Dribbling the left side. Vanerath loses it. Pappas with the steal. Modine finds her in transition. Pappas, turnaround shot, no good. Armijo with the rebound. Shot clock is off, 25 seconds to go. The Hornets, their student section starting to stomp their feet. They know that they have just clinched a win in the first Skyline Conference game of the season. 86-17 will be our final. Stick with us during our brief post-game show coverage tonight. We'll break everything down for you as we've seen it and get you set up for our boys varsity contest. That's coming up. 86-17 the final. Back with more on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Final score tonight for the girls varsity contest between the Henley Hornets and the Klamath Union Pelicans. 86-17 our final score. Run down the leading scoring for you. Michaela Schroeder leading the pack for Henley, 23 points. She was helped out by 13 from Preston Shade. Senya Campos scored 12. 9 points for Lily Fassell tonight. Kennedy Modine added 7. 6 for Brooklyn Conrad, 5 for Shoshani Pappas, and 2 for Gretchen Sheen. Your scorers there for Henley. Klamath Union was led by Lisette Wata with 7. Oriah Miller had 6. 3 from Seven Harris and 2 for Isabella Armijo. Ian, tonight Henley just showed why they are one of the very best teams, not only in our conference, but also the entire state of Oregon. A pretty commanding win for them.
Yes, they really did. Really good win tonight. Really good win the league opener. And yeah.
With this win, Henley improves on the season to 7-4 overall and 1-0 in Skyline Conference League play. Klamath Union falls to 4-7, 0-1 in Skyline Conference League play. We've still got one more game to go tonight. Want to encourage you to stick with us as we get ready for Henley boys basketball this evening, as they also take on the Klamath Union Pelicans. If you're watching here on mybasin.com, you don't got to go anywhere. We're going to be live on this very same link in about 6 minutes or so. And so stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. 86-17 the final. Boys are next on mybasin.com. And a very pleasant good evening and welcome back to Henley Hornets basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. Getting ready for the boys varsity contest tonight after the Henley girls took care of business a short while ago with an 86-17 win against the Klamath Union Pelicans. Now the boys will try to deal the Pels the same fate on their home floor on the Skyline Conference League opener. So glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Sophia and Ian Meyer along with me for the broadcast tonight. A couple of Henley students working on their senior project. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we move along in the broadcast tonight. We're also waiting to be joined by the listeners on 104.3 and 960 Sports who've just been treated to Oregon Tech women's basketball. The Tech women fell tonight to Eastern Oregon. We'll keep you updated on the men's score as we move along throughout our broadcast tonight. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we should be joined by our radio audience on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Back in just a moment on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back to Henley basketball on mybasin.com. Still yet to be joined by our listeners over on 104.3 and 960 Sports. The Oregon Tech Lady Owls fell tonight to Eastern Oregon 68-64. Mike Safford will be tossing it our way here in just a moment. Klamath Union and Henley getting ready to go at it tonight. Henley enters 6-6 on the season. Klamath Union 5-7. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined tonight by Sophia and Ian Meyer. Sophia on the mic with me for the boys game. Ian now running the camera. Sophia, you are not only a student here at Henley High School, but the student body president, as well as being involved with the DECA program. And this is your senior project. You guys are getting some work experience. Tell our listeners a little bit about why you're here.
Well, hello, basketball fans. It's really great to be here right now. And so I'm actually here once, like what Josh said, with my twin brother Ian, and we're shadowing. We're really interested in the media around sports, and being here gives us a great experience to see what it's like to be in this environment, broadcasting and more. I'm very excited to be here. I don't have a lot of experience in basketball, so it's great to be here and see what it's like. And I'm just excited for a great game against KU.
Should be a really fun one tonight. These two teams look to be pretty evenly matched coming into the season. Klamath Union 5-7, Henley 6-6. And looks like we are nearly ready to be joined by the listeners over on 104.3 and 960. So we're going to go ahead and turn our volume down here as we introduce our starting lineups. And when we come back, we'll introduce everyone as we get back ready to roll here on mybasin.com. So stick around for just a moment. And for those of you tuning in on 104.3 and 960 Sports, thank you so much for joining us for an edition of Henley Basketball tonight. Understand, for those of you tuning in from Oregon Tech Lady Owls basketball, you are treated to, unfortunately, a home loss by the Tech women. We'll keep you updated on what's going on with the Hustlin' Owls. If you have not yet tuned on over, you're looking for the men's game. That is over on Oregon's Country Giant, 92.5 KLAD. Turn your radio dial on over to 92.5. If you're here on purpose, appreciate you all the same. Henley basketball, their Skyline Conference League opener against Klamath Union. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you as always. Joined by Sophia and Ian Meyer tonight. A couple of students here at Henley High School working on their senior project. Ian on the camera for those of you watching on mybasin.com, and Sophia joining me for color commentary tonight. It looks like we're just about ready to be introduced to the starting lineups for the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans, as announced by our public address announcer, Bob Shambrose. Here we go, starting senior, 6'3", the number 0, Landon Bogate. Number 3, a junior standing 6'1", Tobias Thomas. Number 5, a junior standing 6'4", Tristan Klecker. Number 11, a senior standing 5'10", Tilden Kaufman. And number 14, a junior standing 6'4", Reese Johnson. The Pelicans are coached by Ed Case, and he's assisted by Evan Gallagher, Liston Case, Randy Barleen, and Jacob Cook. The Pelicans tonight in their road red uniforms with Klamath Union written across their chest in white and white numbers across their back. And now it's time to be introduced to the starting lineup for your Henley Hornets. Starting a junior, number 4, Corbin Hamilton. Number 10, a senior, Reese Schmierbach. Number 12, a freshman, Rafael Pena. Number 20, a junior, Carson Sims. And number 44, a freshman, Brody Fullerton. The Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Dylan Woodrum, Luke Hammond, and Blake Loney. Hornets tonight in their home white uniforms, with Hornets written across their chest in white and a navy outline, and navy piping down their pants. Our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association. If you're looking to stay involved in a sport you love, earn a bit of money, they're always looking for new officials, whether it's basketball or baseball, softball, volleyball, wrestling, football, whatever it might be. Visit osaa.org/officials to get your journey started today. In the circle to start this one, it's going to be Landon Bogate and Brody Fullerton. The opening tip is controlled by Henley. They go from left to right. Reese Schmierbach has it now on the right side wing, trying to direct a little bit of traffic, guarded by Thomas. Schmierbach driving the left side, picks up the dribble, finds Pena on the left side. Pena driving down low, quick bounce pass to Fullerton, strong to the cup, no, and Thomas collects the rebound as the Pelicans go from right to left. Thomas guarded head of the key by Schmierbach, unloads the pass to Bogate right side, now head of the key to Klecker. Klecker whips the pass to Johnson on the left side, guarded there by Fullerton, now head of the key to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to split the defense, finds Johnson cutting in close, off the window, no. The rebound is collected by Fullerton. He unloads the pass to Pena, and the freshman will bring the ball up the floor for Henley. Pena now into the front court, picked up top of the key by Kaufman. Trying to direct a little bit of traffic here for Henley. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Hamilton now has it, top of the key, guarded by Bogate. Now to the hands of Sims left side. Sims gives it up to Pena on the right extended arc, about half court. 15 to shoot for the Hornets. Pena denies a screen going left, dribbles to the right. The 12-foot jumper's off the mark. The rebound is taken down by Landon Bogate. Still scoreless a minute into this one. Bogate has it now on the right side, dribbles into the free throw line, kicks it outside to Thomas. A mid-range jumper for Thomas is left short. Rebound picked up by Klecker. He goes up for 2, no. And this time the Hornets clean the glass. Hard work down low by Klecker, but no points. Pena sneaks by everybody on the other side, lays it up and in for 2. And a whistle and a technical is going to be called against Pena. And already the Hornets picking up a technical, and this has unfortunately been somewhat of a running theme this season. We got to see who they charge it to. It looks like they're charging it to the freshman Pena, and I'm thinking it must have been Pena who said something. He's getting a foul shot. It's impossible to speculate exactly. They're charging the foul to Pena, and I think Pena gets a free throw, and then they'll give 2 technical free throws for KU, and then the Pelicans will have the ball. So 1 free throw coming up here for Pena. 6:38 to go in the first. And Pena makes his first. We'll see who KU sends to the line in a 3-0 ball game. It's going to be Tobias Thomas.
Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles. We feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes.
0 for 2 trip for Thomas at the line. The junior stands 6'1", missed them both, but he will be the inbounder here for the Pelicans. They find Kaufman in the backcourt. He's guarded by Pena. Kaufman now head of the key, drives the right side, kicks it to Bogatay in the far corner, and a travel. No, they're going to call double dribble on Landon there on the far side. The turnover gives the Hornets the basketball. 6.5 to go in the first and a 3-point lead. Schmierbach inbounds to Pena. And it'll be Rafa who brings the ball up the floor for the Hornets on the left side. Gives it up to Fullerton, head of the key. Whips it to Schmierbach here in the near corner. Schmierbach jab steps left, goes right, back outside to Hamilton. Catch and shoot, triple, no. The rebound is collected by Klecker. He can get up for those. Gives it ahead to Bogatay. Bogatay now to the front court for Klamath Union. Gives it up to Klecker on the left wing, guarded there by Sims. Back to Bogatay. Sims picks him up on the defense. Now over to Thomas. Thomas backing down Sims in the paint. Loses the dribble. Schmierbach with a steal. Schmierbach brings the ball up for Henley. Right-handed dribble. Tries to get around the defender. Tobias Thomas guarding him tough. Outside to Sims. Catch and shoot. Triple, no. The rebound is a long one. Pena battles for it at half court. Gives it up to Fullerton. Hornets can reset now. Here's Schmierbach at the half court stripe. Gives it back to Pena. Pena, underhand dish to Schmierbach. Takes a Hamilton screen going left. Then bounces it to Sims on the wing. Sims dribbles to the free throw line. Then throws it back out to Pena. 16 to shoot for the Hornets. Pena with a left-handed dribble. Now he goes right. Picks up the dribble, head of the key. Gives it up to Hamilton. Hamilton driving the right lane. Off the glass and in for two. First points for Corb tonight. His team up 5. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Pena working against Kaufman. Kaufman nearly losing the dribble in the open floor. Picked up by Pena as he crosses the timeline. Throws the pass to Johnson. Whips it in the corner to Bogatay. Trying to drive baseline against Hamilton. Stopped there. They give it up to Thomas on the left wing. Catch and shoot three for Tobias Thomas is good. And that's how you answer. Pardon me, I thought that was Thomas who took the shot. Either way, 5-3, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hamilton whips the pass to Sims on the left side. Sims takes a Fullerton screen, finds himself top of the key, dribbles into a triple, no good. The rebound picked up by Fullerton. It was last touched by Klecker as it goes out. A couple of subs in for both teams. Welcome to the game, Tuko Saluskin and Jeremiah Brunick. Fullerton to the bench and Bogatay to the bench. Schmierbach looking to inbound. Has to get it to somebody. Lofts it head of the key to Sims. Sims guarded by Klecker. Takes a screen going left, set by Brunick. Throws it left into the hands of Schmierbach. Guarded by Thomas. Schmierbach trying to drive down the middle. Bounces it to Pena on the outside. Pena dribbles into a three. Back iron, no good. The rebound picked up by the Pelicans. Into the front court now is Saluskin. Met down low by Brunick. Kicks it back out to Klecker. Klecker guarded by Sims. Now over to Kaufman. Kaufman fakes a pass right, tries to drive left against Pena, then gives it to Thomas there on the right wing, guarded by Schmierbach. Now head of the key into the hands of Saluskin. Saluskin drives the right elbow, goes back out to Klecker, head of the key, 13 to shoot. Klecker driving in against Sims. They're going to call the foul on the floor against Carson Sims. And so that'll be the second Henley team foul. 4 minutes to go in the first. And Thunder Kirk getting ready to check into the game for Henley along with Kai Montag. Sims will head out. And I believe Fullerton checked out as well. No, pardon me. It's Hamilton who's also going to the bench. They had to figure out who it was. And here we go. Pelicans to inbound. It's Kaufman getting it to Thomas there on the right side. Going to work against Schmierbach. Driving inside. Throws it out to Johnson. Whip the pass near side to Saluskin. Saluskin now to Thomas. Catch and shoot. Right wing three. Leaves it short. The rebound saved from going out of bounds by Johnson. Gets it to Tilden Kaufman. Kaufman nearly losing that one. Gets rid of it. Now the pass comes near side to Thomas. He tries a three this time from the left side and cashes in. Tobias Thomas gives his team a 1-point lead. 6-5. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Pena throws it to Brunick. Whips the pass to Schmierbach on the left side. Schmierbach trying to clear some space. Top of the key. With the left hand now, is going to find Kirk on the left side. Throws it to Pena in the corner. Pena back to Kirk. Back to Schmierbach. Sets his feet beyond the arc. Doesn't shoot. Bounces it to Brunick on the baseline. Brunick going to work. Whips the pass to Pena. Head of the key. 9 to shoot. Takes a screen going right. Pena to Kirk in the near corner with 4. Back to Pena with 3. Cross-court pass to Schmierbach with 2. They've got to shoot. They can't get the shot off. And a shot clock violation. The Pelicans playing good defense around the perimeter. And we are going to see Corbin Hamilton return to the game along with Landon Bogate. Jeremiah Brunick heads to the bench. And Bogate will replace Tristan Klecker. 3:02 to go in our opening quarter of the Skyline Conference 2026 season. Here's Tuco Saluskin between the circles for KU. Right-handed dribble picked up by Kai Taylor. Throws it to Kaufman. Kaufman head fakes a 3, drives inside and lays it off the glass and in for 2. Tilden Kaufman with his first 2 points. It's an 8-5 Klamath Union lead with 2:47 to go in the first. Pena telling the team what to do here. Head of the key. He's going to get trapped and fouled. And that'll be the second team foul for KU. We'll see who they charge it to as Carson Sims gets ready to check in. That's going to be Saluskin's foul. And he'll replace Schmierbach. 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Kirk, Pena, Sims, Hamilton, and Taylor. Inbound pass goes to Pena in the backcourt. Rafa takes it along the left side, tries to find Kirk. The pass poked free. Kaufman is going to bring it up the floor, and a double dribble as Pena stood tall on the open floor, forced Kaufman into a double dribble, and a nice job by Pena. He sets his feet on defense, and he draws a lot of those calls. Kirk inbounds to him. Pena walks it across the timeline here for Henley. 2.5 to go in the first. They trail by 3. Here's Kirk on the left wing, bouncing it to Sims in the far corner. Underneath to Hamilton, top of the key to Kirk. Hornets passing it around. They find Sims for an open left wing jumper for 3. Tied up at 8, 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Kaufman bringing it down the middle. Picks up the dribble, 1 step inside the arc, finds Thomas. Thomas guarded by Sims, picks up the dribble. Now they find Saluskin on the right side. Now Bogate. Bogate backs back out, guarded by Hamilton. Left-handed dribble, now to the hands of Thomas near side. Thomas going to work against Sims down low. They find Johnson cutting to the rim, and he scores. Johnson with his first 2, and KU with a 2-point lead. 10-8, 1:44 to go in the first quarter. Here's Rafael Pena. Pena being guarded by Saluskin. Pena gets low, dribbles by him, and a foul. It's hard to guard Pena. He's so slippery. As a smaller player, he's able to get around some of those big defenders just by getting low and turning on the jets, and that time he draws a foul on the floor, the 3rd for KU, and the 2nd for Tuco Saluskin. We're also going to see Thunder Kirk go to the bench as Reese Schmierbach returns to the game. Pena to inbound. Gets it to Schmierbach on the left wing, throws it to Sims. Sims trying to drive left, KU in his own defense. Hamilton has it now in the near corner, head fakes a 3, drives baseline, a shot from 10 for Korb, hangs on the rim, won't go. The rebound picked up by Klecker. Klecker over to Thomas on the right side. He dribbles into a 3, can't hit. The rebound collected by Hamilton. Good effort by Kai Taylor on that play as well. Pena now into the front court for Henley. Has it on the right side. Left-handed dribble. Pena lofts it down low to Taylor. He sucks in the whole defense. They tie him up down low. Good defensive play there by KU. The pass goes inside to Taylor. They collapse on him, and they get a jump ball out of it. And so the Pelicans will get possession. Brody Fullerton comes in to replace Pena. So the 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Taylor, Schmierbach, Sims, Fullerton, and Hamilton. For KU, it's Kaufman, Johnson, Thomas, Klecker, and Bogate. And a whistle down on the baseline. That's going to be a foul against Sims. That'll be his 2nd. And we might see Pena come in to replace him so as to keep Carson out of foul trouble, and it looks like that's exactly it. Sims to the bench, Pena back in. 10-8, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Klamath Union so far leading our Skyline Conference season opener. Kaufman is going to inbound head of the key to Johnson. Pass comes near side to Thomas. Thomas driving in, gets to the free throw line, dumps underneath to Johnson. A nice pass and a good score there for the Pelicans. Reese Johnson in for 2. That's back-to-back buckets for him and 4 total points. Schmierbach now to the front court. Hornets trailing by 4. Trying to dribble in against Klecker. Schmierbach throws it to Pena here in the near corner. Nearly goes out of bounds, but Pena collects it. Now to Schmierbach. Thought about splitting the defense. Gives it down underneath to Brody Fullerton on the right block. Fullerton blocked by Johnson. The Pelicans have it. Shot clock is off. 22 seconds to go in the period. Klecker driving inside. A tough shot won't go. Gets his own rebound, and Taylor going to have fouled him on the floor. So it's 16 8/10 of a second. KU will get a chance to inbound. Charge the foul to, again, Kai Taylor. And Tilden Kaufman, the one to inbound here for Klamath Union. Lofted to Johnson. Gives it back to Kaufman. He triggers a three. Back iron, no. Long rebound is collected by KU. They give it back to Reese Johnson. Now near side to Kaufman. 8 seconds. Klecker down low. Going to work against Taylor. A tough shot, no. Taylor with the rebound, but it's picked up by KU with 1 second to go at the first quarter buzzer. No shot comes, and the first quarter is over. A 12-8 Klamath Union lead after one. We're back with more after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
After one quarter of play in our Skyline Conference season opener, 12-8, Klamath Union leads Henley. Josh Eldridge here along with you, joined by Sophia and Ian Meyer, a couple of students here at Henley High School. The Hornets will start with the basketball. Pena, Hamilton, Fullerton, Brunick, and Schmierbach on the floor for Henley. Thomas, Klecker, Kaufman, Johnson, and Bogate out there for KU. 24 to shoot here for the Hornets. Pena has it between the circles, throws it to Hamilton left side. Hamilton on his way in is going to get fouled. And I think they're going to call this foul on the floor. That's what would make sense, at least. They're going to charge the foul to Tristan Klecker. Leading Klamath Union in scoring, 6 points for Tobias Thomas. For Henley, it's 3 points from Rafael Pena. Fullerton takes the inbound pass, tries to throw it to Brunick, intercepted by Bogate. Bogate racing ahead for KU, finds Klecker in close for two. A nice pass leads to an easy score for Tristan Klecker, his first 2 points tonight. Rafael Pena now to the front court for Henley. Throws it to Hamilton, intercepted by Tobias Thomas. He's going to take it in for an easy two himself. Coach Stock is going to call time. We'll take it with him. 4 quick points for KU to start the second, 16-8. We'll be back in 30 seconds on MyBasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
(16-8) our score. The Klamath Union Pelicans leading the Henley Hornets a minute into the second quarter. It was a couple of turnovers for Henley, leading to 4 KU points as we started the second frame. So timeout called. Henley looking to talk it over, and we'll see what they come out of the break with here. Schmierbach inbounds to Pena. They're out there with Fullerton, Brunick, and Hamilton. Pena into the front court. Dribbles it head of the key. Guarded there by Klecker. Tries to split the defense. A good feed into Brunick, but he can't control it. And the pass is taken away by Klecker. Klecker now to the front court for KU. Barrels through Brunick. And that's a charge. Brunick stands in there and takes the harm. He's typically been the one given those charging fouls, but that time taking one, and a nice job at that. We're going to see Nolan Baker check into the game for KU as well. And he will replace Tristan Klecker, who just picked up his second foul. Reese Schmierbach into the front court here for Henley. Bounces it to Pena here on the near side. Pena throwing it to Schmierbach on the left side. Guarded there by Baker. Pass comes in the near corner to Hamilton. Thought about a three. Drives baseline. Hamilton's going to step out trying to drive that baseline. And another turnover will give the Pels the basketball. 6:41 to go in the second quarter in a 16-8 game. Inbound pass goes to Tobias Thomas. Brings it along the far side of the floor for KU. Gives it up to Bogatay between the circles. Puts it on the deck, lofting it down low to Johnson. Johnson blocked by Fullerton. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be KU ball. But a good job by the freshman to get up and deny that in-close shot to one of the best athletes down there at KU, Reese Johnson, an all-conference football player. Kaufman to inbound. Gets it head of the key to Baker. Throws it to Bogatay, right wing. Bogatay nearly trapped by Brunick. They get the pass out to Thomas. Taken away by Schmierbach. Outnumbered in transition. Schmierbach gives it to Fullerton. Back outside to Schmierbach. Tries to split the defense. Giving it up to Hamilton, but it's taken away by Baker. A scramble forward at half court, and timeout is called. Actually, no, they're not going to call timeout. Schmierbach tried to call timeout. They're going to keep the ball, though, on a held ball situation. Henley, the possession arrow, points their way. Jeremiah Brunick checks out. Carson Sims checks in. And what do we got? Whose ball is it? We got to figure out with the possession arrow. Is it KU ball? Okay. Possession arrow favors KU. We all stand corrected. Bogatay to inbound on the near sideline. Inbound pass goes to Tilden Kaufman. Guarded by Pena, throws it to Tobias Thomas for a quick catch-and-shoot three. Splash. His third made triple. He's got 11 points here in the first half. Klamath Union leads by 11. Schmierbach gives it over to Pena. Pena bounces it to Fullerton down low. Fullerton from in close, can't hit the close shot. Tobias Thomas is going to have fouled him. I think it was a foul against Thomas. Oh, nope, they're going to charge that one to Fullerton. That is his first and the team's first as well. And so Bogatay will inbound to Tilden Kaufman. Kaufman now into the front court. Knife in the dribble between his legs, guarded by Pena, well beyond the arc, right side. They throw it to Bogatay, guarded by Hamilton. Bogatay trying to find some room inside. A right-handed shot hangs on the rim. It doesn't go. Hamilton gets the rebound. Corbin bringing the ball up the floor here for Henley. Skips the pass to Schmierbach. Now back to Hamilton, head of the key. Jab step left. Brings it right for a moment before throwing it to Pena. Nearly goes over and back, but Pena saves it. Throws it to Sims for a far corner. Catch and shoot. Three! Got it! Second made three for Sims. Brings Henley back within 8. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Kaufman drives all the way in, only to be swatted by Sims on the other side. Sims goes in, unable to get the close lay-in, but the Hornets recollect the basketball. Pena trying to dribble in. Goes for a free throw line jumper. He got it. Pena's got 5. Henley back within 6. A quick turnaround there. Kaufman nearly loses the dribble against Pena, but he brings it up into the front court. Gives the pass up to Thomas. Thomas dribbles to the free throw line. A pull-up jumper from 15, no good, but the long rebound pulled down by Baker. Baker, great pass into Reese Johnson for 2. Timeout called. We'll take it. 21-13, 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Back with more Henley basketball next on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Klamath Union leading Henley 21-3, 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Henley able to put together a few quick points there. Carson Sims leading the team right now with 6 points. Tobias Thomas leading the Pelicans. He's got 11 points. Good crowd here tonight at Henley High School, a pretty sizable student section. Their whiteout night. Klamath Union has brought a fair few over from downtown as well and across the way. It's a good night for a league opener in the Skyline Conference. Also want to keep you updated on what's going on with Oregon Tech. The Hustlin' Owls playing Eastern Oregon tonight in pink out night. Only a few minutes into the first half, Tech trails 9-8. We'll keep you updated on that one as we move along. All right, Schmierbach, Pena, Sims, Taylor, and Hamilton on the floor for Henley. For KU, it's Baker, Kaufman, Bogate, Johnson, and Thomas. And here we go. The Hornets start with the basketball going from left to right. Pena has got it now on the right side wing. Gives it up to Schmierbach now straight away. Schmierbach finds Hamilton on the right arc. Now to Pena, top of the key. Pena driving inside, kicks it to Hamilton in the near corner. Hamilton's going to travel. We need a basketball? All right. Kaufman's going to go shag that one, and here we go. Inbound pass goes to Tilden Kaufman. He's guarded all the way up the floor by Rafael Pena. Picks him up here at half court, loses it. Pena with a steal. Pena goes all the way up himself, unable to get the bucket to fall, but he is fouled. Rafael Pena to the line for a pair.
To the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable, not corporate. Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi.
Pena's first free throw was good. That gives him 6 points in the contest, tying the team lead. One more would put him there. And what do we got? We got some officials chatting behind Pena at the free throw line. I think we're good to go. No subs in for either team. Pena misses the second free throw. The rebound picked up by Kai Taylor. Tries to go up back up strong, but he loses it. And so our score remains 21-14. 3:55 to go in the second quarter. Henley trails KU. Tobias Thomas throws it to Baker off a screen on the right side. Now Bogate into the hands of Johnson. Whips it to Kaufman near side. Kaufman now head of the key to Baker. Uncontested from downtown. Baker misses wide left. Pena is going to pick up the ball, and he's going to take it out of bounds. Henley stays with it. Yikes. Henley gets to keep the basketball. And, no, pardon me. KU gets to keep the basketball. I thought that was a little bit odd, but I was misspoke. Kaufman to inbound. Lofts it on the left wing to Bogate. Bogate nearly loses it to Sims. They find Johnson. Now Tobias Thomas on the right side. Guarded there by Schmierbach. 27 to shoot. Thomas driving the right side. Gets to the baseline. Loses the dribble off his own foot. Out of bounds it goes. The Hornets take it back. A 7-point disadvantage and 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Our Skyline Conference season opener between the Pelicans and the Hornets. Chance of Cowbell City rain out from the Henley student section. That's what they're known as in the Skyline Conference, trying to will the Hornets back to even here in the second quarter. Pena fakes a pass going left. Then he throws it left to Schmierbach. Schmierbach bounces it to Sims. Thought about a three. Sims now driving inside. A right-handed floater off the glass. No. Long rebound is tipped out by Kai Taylor. Sims looking for a foul call. Not going to find it. And Klamath Union going to inbound. Here's Tobias Thomas. Walking it ahead for KU. As we cross the 3-minute mark remaining here in the first half. Here's Tilden Kaufman now near side. Kaufman throws it to Bogate. Guarded by Hamilton. Now Johnson. Johnson driving baseline. He's met at the cup by Taylor for the rejection. Now Pena gets the loose ball. Ahead on the near side for Henley. Pena turns on the Jets. Gets in close. Passes it out to Hamilton for three. Got it! 5 points for Corbin in a 4-point game. 21-17. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Tobias Thomas now on the right side. Gives it up to Tilden Kaufman. Kaufman guarded by Pena on the left arc. Now ahead to Baker straight away. Guarded there by Sims. Baker picks up the dribble. Finds Thomas off a screen. He can't control the pass. He picks it up, though. Baker gets it. Now lofts it underneath to Johnson. Johnson in the corner. Now back to Baker. Now here's Kaufman left wing. 12 seconds. Taylor, another block. They fouled him. Taylor can't believe it. I'm in his camp on that one. Got mostly ball there. In fact, that'll be the second Henley team foul. And the Henley coaches arguing the case that Kai Taylor got all ball. If there was a foul at all, it was the body of Kai Taylor, which I think you can make a case for. Are they charging the foul to Sims? I'm curious exactly what it was, but we'll find out here in a moment.
The mission of the Pacific Power Foundation is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the foundation has awarded over $13 million to nonprofit organizations.
Both free throws good that time for Tilden Kaufman. Still don't quite know who that foul was attributed to, but Sims took a seat on the bench, and if he picked up that one, it would be his third, even though he was far away from the ball on that play. It should be Taylor's foul. Pena now has it for Henley as they trail by 6. Under Kirk gives it up to Pena. Pena tries to get it to Schmierbach, but an aggressive pass is going to be taken away by KU. Tobias Thomas now brings it into the front court, rolls the pass to Johnson, guarded by Taylor. Taylor pokes it free. Pena gets it. Hornets 3-on-2 in transition. Pena is going to get fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Picking the right path can help the journey easier, the distance shorter, and assure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or just wanting a great checking account, Sage Credit Union can help you reach your goals.
Rafael Pena to the line here. He's 2 for 3 on his previous free throws, and he makes his first here. 23-18. They're going to charge that foul, by the way, to Reese Johnson. It's his first. He's also got 6 points tonight. And a second free throw coming up for Pena. And that one is good as well. 23-19. A couple of makes for Rafa at the line. Brings Henley back within 4. A minute and a half remaining in the second quarter. Baker gives it up to Tobias Thomas. Dribbling in against Pena from the right side. Thomas just pulls from downtown, but he leaves the three-pointer short. Taylor skies for the rebound, gives it up to Schmierbach. Now to Kirk here on the near wing. Kirk bounces it back to Schmierbach. Now to Hamilton on the left side. Bounce it to Kirk at the elbow. Kirk skips it to Taylor underneath, in close. Taylor scores in for 2. Gets the defender to jump and puts it in. His first 2 points of the game. A minute 10 to go in the first half. Henley within 2. Here's Landon Bogate, head of the key. Dumps it to Johnson underneath. Kicks it in the corner to Kaufman. Catch and shoot 3. He got it. 26-21, under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Pena into the front court, throws it to Schmierbach, back to Pena, whips it to Hamilton. Hamilton has it top of the key, throws it to Schmierbach in the near corner, tries to drive baseline, then throws it back out to Pena. Pena throws it to Schmierbach, near corner, he tries a triple, no good. The rebound taken by Taylor, back up and in for Kai Taylor. 4 points for him. 3-point game, 30 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock is off. Here's Landon Bogate. Gives it up to Tilden Kaufman, head of the key, guarded there by Pena. Now to Johnson at the free throw line, guarded by Taylor. Throws it to Bogate in the near corner, 20 seconds to go. Now to Tilden Kaufman, guarded by Pena. Now to the hands of Baker, right side. Baker spins around to his right, picked up by Kirk, 13 to shoot. Baker drives in, goes outside to Johnson. Johnson nearly left alone for 3. They give it up to Baker in the corner with 8. Baker guarded by Kirk. Now to Thomas with 4. Thomas, step back 3 at the horn. It's good. My goodness. Tobias Thomas. Big time 3 heading to the locker rooms. 29-23 our score at half. We'll be back with the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show after this on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
(29-23), the Klamath Union Pelicans lead the Henley Hornets at halftime in our Skyline Conference season opener. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by Sophia and Ian Meyer tonight for your coverage of Henley basketball. Let's go ahead and run down our leading scorers for both teams. We'll start with the team in front, and that's the Pelicans. 14 points from Tobias Thomas, including a buzzer-beating three-pointer to end the second quarter. Like I said, he leads the Pels with 14 points. He's being helped out by Tilden Kaufman with 7, Reese Johnson with 6, and Tristan Klecker has 2 for the Pelicans. For Henley, they're led by the freshman. Rafael Pena's got 8 points. He's helped out by 6 from Carson Sims, 5 from Corbin Hamilton, and 4 for Kai Taylor. Those are your scorers right now for Klamath Union. Able to just keep Henley kind of at arm's length right now, but Henley's showing a lot of effort, a lot of good defense, and they're getting a lot of good play from their younger players tonight, Sophia.
Yeah, definitely a very intense matchup right now as the Hornets face on KU. So it's going to be a great rest of the game to watch. Like Josh said, Henley 23, KU 29. So looking forward to getting back here after halftime to see the rest of the game.
From the perspective of a Henley student, what's the rivalry with KU like?
I would say KU is just a big game to watch. You want to be here. You want to see it. Especially also watching Mazama next Tuesday. Both are just great teams to play in. It's just a great matchup.
Very glad that we get to stick around in the Skyline Conference for Henley. There was buzz that maybe moving up to 5A where we don't get to play KU and Mazama multiple times a year. That's not the case. We get to stay in the Skyline Conference, and we continue to get great matchups like this one between the Pels and the Hornets at halftime. 29-23, Klamath Union leads Henley. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds. When we come back, we'll check in on what's happening up at Danny Miles Court. The Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls taking on Eastern Oregon tonight in Pink Out Night. We'll try to check in on the Oregon Ducks as well. I think their game maybe has gone final by now, and we'll try to check in on what's ahead coming up the rest of the weekend and the rest of the Skyline Conference season for Henley. So stick around for more of the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on mybasin.com.
Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
29-23, our score here at halftime. The Klamath Union Pelicans lead the Henley Hornets. It is the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show.
Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles. We feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. That is Harbor Isles.
Checking in on a couple other scores going on for Klamath Basin teams. Only one I know for sure. Eastern Oregon leading Oregon Tech right now, 25-22. 6 minutes to go in the first half. You can watch that game on the Urban Edge Network or Tune in on your radio to 92.5 KLAD. Either way you slice it, you'll be joined by Mike Safford, the voice of the Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls. And otherwise, Oregon Ducks trailing. That game is just about final, 56-15. Duck season is over. Indiana going to the College Football National Championship, it would seem. I know that was keeping a lot of people in, and I appreciate you still finding time to watch our broadcast tonight on mybasin.com. The Skyline Conference only just getting going. Tonight's our season opener. Henley's got another home game coming up on Tuesday. They'll take on the Mazama Vikings, and then out on the road to close out next week, Hidden Valley Mustangs. That's going to be a highly touted matchup on the boys' side of things. Hidden Valley, by the way, for their part, they opened Skyline Conference play last night against Phoenix. They beat the Pirates 74-16. And so they look to be a really quality opponent in the conference this year, if just that result is any indication. For Klamath Union, they'll play Hidden Valley at Pell Court on Tuesday, and they'll play Phoenix on Friday. They'll play Phoenix the following Tuesday. So the Skyline Conference in full swing. And on the boys' side of things, really open-ended, not like in years past where you got a couple of favorites at the top. I think it's really anyone's to win. And tonight, taking the first step. Right now, Klamath Union leads at halftime. 29-23, back with the third quarter after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it, and wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Getting set for third quarter action tonight between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Henley Hornets. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on mybasin.com. My name is Josh Eldridge. Along with me, Sophia and Ian Meyer tonight on the broadcast. Henley starts with the basketball. Coming out of the break, they trail by 6. Rafael Pena, Corbin Hamilton, Carson Sims, Brody Fullerton, and Reese Schmierbach on the floor for them. We'll get you KU's 5 on the floor here in just a moment. Sims has it along the right wing. Guarded by Klecker. Out there with Kaufman, Thomas, Bogate, and Johnson. Pena dribbles in, one step inside the arc, takes a shot, no good. And the rebound picked up by Tobias Thomas. Hornets getting back in transition. Thomas, head of the key, gives it up to Tilden Kaufman, drives in. Kaufman, a strong take, leaves the lay-in short, but Tobias Thomas cleans up the miss. Nearly loses the basketball, instead finds Kaufman for an uncontested 3, no good. Corbin Hamilton collects the rebound. Pushes it ahead to Schmierbach. Schmierbach back outside to Hamilton on the right wing. Guarded there by Kaufman. Hamilton hands it off to Schmierbach. The Hornets get their wires crossed, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be KU ball. Landon Bogate inbounds to Tilden Kaufman. Back to Bogate and the Pelicans into the front court. Bogate has it straight away. Throws it to Thomas. Thomas nearly travels here on the right wing, but keeps possession of the basketball. Driving in against Schmierbach. Spins around. Right-handed floater, no good. Fullerton with the rebound. Gives it ahead to Schmierbach. Throws it to Hamilton near wing. Hamilton, cross-court pass to Sims. Far corner three, leaves it short. And Johnson gets the loose ball. Ahead to Tobias Thomas. Has it now on the right wing. Guarded by Schmierbach. They throw it to Klecker on the left side. Klecker bounces the pass to Bogate. Works the left block. Feeds Klecker driving inside. Fullerton's going to foul him. And so that will send Tristan Klecker to the line for two.
Gino's Cafe on East Main Street is open every morning at 6:30. Serving their famous breakfast burritos, they're served all day long along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. Order online at ilovegenos.com or on DoorDash today.
First free throw made there by Tristan Klecker. He's now got 3 points in the game. And another one on the way. That one rattles out. Hamilton cleans up the miss. The score 30-23. 6.5 to go in the third. Henley in front of Klamath Union. Rafa Pena throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton head of the key between the circles. Finds Sims on the right side. Sims skips the pass to Schmierbach at the free throw line. They throw it out to Pena. Driving baseline. Pena blocked at the cup by Johnson. It falls to Bogate. Now Landon into the front court here for KU. Gives it up to Tilden Kaufman. Kaufman back outside to Bogate. Catch and shoot three. Got it. 10-point lead for KU on Bogate's first points of the contest. Rafael Pena ahead for Henley. Lofts it to the near corner for Sims. Sims fields a double team in the near corner, and he is going to be fouled by Tobias Thomas. And that'll be the first team foul for KU, and for Thomas, that is his first. Schmierbach to inbound for Henley. And are we set to go? I think we are. Schmierbach inbounds to Pena in the backcourt, and we're off and running. Pass goes to Hamilton on the right side, guarded there by Kaufman. Now to Sims. He tries a straightaway three. It rolls out. Rebound is going to stay with KU after it goes out of bounds. Kai Montag looks like he's getting set to check in. Montag will replace Sims. Taylor will replace Fullerton, I think. And what do we got? No subs in? Montag has to wait. Didn't have his shirt tucked in. Here's Bogate to the front court for KU. Throws it to Kaufman. He tries another wing three. Leaves it short. Hamilton pulls down the miss. Corbin whips the pass to Schmierbach near side. Henley looking for a way to cut into this lead. Here's Hamilton in the far corner. Gives it back to Pena. Pena trying to find a way to break KU's zone. They skip it to Taylor underneath, and that's how you do it. Taylor has now got 6 points, and he trims the KU lead to 8. Here's Tristan Klecker driving inside against Pena. Pena sets his feet, takes a charge. He has been so good at that this season. We're going to have Kai Montag set the check into the game. He'll replace Sims, and I think we've got a timeout on the floor called by Henley. 5 minutes remaining in the third. We'll take it. They trail 33-25 to KU. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Henley trails Klamath Union 33-25, but they start with the basketball. Here's Schmierbach finding Hamilton on the left extended arc. Spins around between the circles, now brings it along the right side. Hamilton picks up the dribble. He's going to hand it off to Schmierbach, well beyond the arc. Reese with a right-handed dribble and 17 to shoot. Skips the pass to Hamilton. Hamilton going baseline, bounced it to Montag in the corner. Montag back outside to Hamilton. He stepped out. Certainly thought he had his feet set in bounds, but the official disagreeing with me, and KU gets the basketball. Bogate to inbound. Gets it to Tilden Kaufman. Back to Bogate. Into the front court here for KU. Bogate picks up the dribble. Throws it over now to the newcomer, Tuko Saluskin. He's trapped at half court. They skip the pass to Johnson down low, but too much on the pass. Goes out of bounds, and the Hornets will take it. Jeremiah Brunick checking into the game for Corbin Hamilton. It'll be Montag to inbound. He'll kick it to Pena, and those two bring the ball up the floor. Pena along the near side, gives it to Montag, fakes a pass right. Guarded by Tuko Saluskin, head of the key. Montag gets rid of it to Brunick. And Brunick to Pena down low. Pena driving the baseline, kicks it to Montag in the near corner. A triple for Montag, no. The rebound is picked up by Saluskin. Rolls it ahead to Kaufman, and a foul. They're going to charge Schmierbach with the foul there. And that'll be the third Henley team foul with under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And that's Reese's first foul. Kaufman to inbound. Has it at the baseline. He's going to get it head of the key to Tobias Thomas. Behind the back dribble. Tries to get in against Montag. A strong take, but Taylor with a steal. Gives it up to Schmierbach. Crosses the timeline here for Henley. Kicks it to Pena on the right side. Now to Schmierbach, head of the key. Right-handed dribble for Reese. Bounces it to Pena, right side. Now tries to drive past his defender. No look pass to Montag. Montag drives inside. Tries to roll a pass to Taylor, but he couldn't get rid of it. Montag tripped on his way in. Realized he was going to travel and just got rid of the basketball. And so got a newcomer, Nolan Baker, into the game for KU. He will replace Tobias Thomas. Here's Landon Bogate ahead for KU. Pass comes near side to Tuko Saluskin. Guarded by Montag. Straight away. Now to Landon Bogate. Drives in. Nice pass to Johnson. Johnson can't score in close. Brunick cleans up the miss. Now to Schmierbach. Bounce pass to Montag in the far corner. Reese gets the ball back. Throws it to Pena on the left wing. Pena driving in. Gets tied up with Saluskin. The ball's poked free and a foul. Going to see who the foul is on. I think this is going to be Pena's foul, and it is. Sims and Hamilton get ready to check back in for Henley, and for Klamath Union, Nathan Ferns into the game. He'll replace Reese Johnson. 3 minutes to go in the third. 33-25. Klamath Union leads Henley. Here's Landon Bogate after the inbound pass. Bogate walks it up the floor, picked up by Hamilton, and then throw it to Baker. Now to Ferns on the far side, picked up by Taylor. Here's Bogate. Bogate throws it to Kaufman. He's left alone for three. Can't hit the shot. Ferns gets the rebound. Throws it outside to Kaufman, but it's poked free by Pena. A scramble for it. Head of the key. The possession arrow is going to favor KU. But now the arrow switches to favor Henley on the next tie-up. Tilden Kaufman. He inbounds to Landon Bogate. Throws the pass to Tuko Saluskin on the left side. Now they find Ferns, head of the key. Ferns now to Baker. Baker now to Tilden Kaufman. Down underneath to Bogate. A 13-foot jumper is true. He's got 5 points all in this third quarter, and KU back out to a 10-point lead. Pena driving inside. He'll be fouled on the drive. And so Pena will earn his KU's third foul. Reese Johnson checks in. Ferns goes back to the bench. That's the third foul charged to Tuko Saluskin, and like I said, the third for the team. As Rafael Pena gets set to inbound here for Henley. They find Taylor in the near wing. Now to Schmierbach. Now to Sims. Whips it around to Hamilton. Hamilton jab step right. Throws it to Sims to his left. Sims now top of the key. Throws it to Pena down low. Pena, strong take. Right-handed floater, no. Taylor with the rebound. He's fouled on the putback. And so Kai Taylor, end of the line for two. Fourth team foul for KU. And charge the foul to... Well, we'll find out who in just a moment.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Head to one of Abby's legendary pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shallock Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza, a proud supporter of Henley High School sports.
Taylor missed his first. He's got his second. We're also going to see Tobias Thomas return to the game for Nolan Baker. And Kai Taylor at the line for one more, trying to make it a single-digit game, and he does. 35-26. Taylor now with 7 points in the game. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Landon Bogate pressured on his way up the floor. They throw it to Tobias Thomas. Dribbles into a three. He makes it. 17 points for him, and that's his fifth made three-pointer. Pena looking for an answer. Throws it to Sims on the wing. Sims now to Schmierbach. To Pena on the left side. Pena trying to find some room. Dribbles in. Gets to the free throw line. Skips the pass to Taylor. Not ready for it. And Kaufman now into the front court. Kaufman guarded by Pena, now picked up by Sims. He picks up the dribble. They throw it to Bogate on the near wing. Picked up there by Hamilton. He rolls it back to Kaufman. Kaufman, jab step left, throws it to Johnson underneath. Johnson goes up against Taylor, trying to find some room down low. Misses the first shot. They get tied up, hit the deck hard, a held ball, and the possession arrow favors Henley. Good hard work for both players there. Johnson and Taylor getting tied up. Love to see that physical play. And Thunder Kirk will check in for Henley. He'll replace Rafael Pena. 38-26. Henley trails. 1:14 to go in the third. Lots of basketball left to be played. Here's Corbin Hamilton walking it up here for Henley. Throws the pass to Schmierbach on the near side. Schmierbach, top of the key, bounces it to Sims. Sims trying to drive left, finds Kirk. Kirk throws it to Taylor, found a hole in the defense. Taylor goes up for two. Makes it a 10-point game, 38-28. Under 50 seconds to go in the third. Here's Landon Bogate. A catch-and-shoot three won't go. Hamilton gets the rebound, throws it to Schmierbach, throws it to Kirk. Kirk nearly travels, gives it up to Sims. Sims splitting the defense. Right elbow jumper for Sims, rims out. Taylor with the rebound, hard dribble, back up with the shot. He's not able to get the bucket, but Taylor earning the harm and going to the line for two. Taylor on his previous trip to the line this game was 1 for 2, and he's got 8 total points so far.
Little things can add up to big bills when buying, selling, or owning a home. Coldwell Banker Home and Premier's Realty Exclusive, beyond the sale, guarantees and protects buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty today.
Got a sub in for KU. Tristan Klecker back into the game. He'll replace Landon Bogate. Taylor missed his first free throw, trying to hit the back end. And he does. Back down to a 9-point game. Shot clock is off, 28 seconds to go. Here's Reese Johnson on the near wing. Back to Tobias Thomas. Fakes a pass left, drives right, gets around Schmierbach. Step back, but he travels. Henley can take the final shot of the quarter if they want it. They trail by 9. They'll take anything. Schmierbach bringing it up here for Henley. Has it along the left side. Right-handed dribble. Bounces it to Sims. Sims puts it on the deck. Tries to feed Kirk. Kirk was going right. Sims passed it left and a turnover. Kaufman takes it all the way in the other side for two. 5 seconds remaining in the period. Sims overhand pitch to Hamilton for a buzzer-beating two at the third quarter buzzer. 40-31 our score. Henley sticking around. Back with fourth quarter action next on 104.3 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right? We've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
Starting the fourth quarter in our Skyline Conference season opener, and the Henley Hornets trail the Klamath Union Pelicans by 9 points, a score of 40-31. 5 out there for KU. It's going to be Thomas, Kaufman, along with Johnson and Klecker. And we've also got a number 24 out there. Unfortunately, I must have missed him in the book. For Henley, it's going to be Kirk, Sims, Taylor, Hamilton, and Schmierbach. Johnson throws it to Klecker. Klecker now near side to Kaufman. Pass goes to Johnson for a left wing three. Johnson leaves it short. Tobias Thomas gets the rebound. His putback attempt is no good, and Kai Taylor cleans up the miss. Schmierbach now ahead for Henley. Throws it over to Hamilton. Hamilton back to Schmierbach, head of the key. Bounce it back to Hamilton in the far corner. Corbin for three. No, and the rebound tipped out by Henley. Taylor trying to go up for it. Unable to get it. Klamath Union needing someone to inbound, and they find one. 7.5 to go in the fourth, and a 9-point game. Schmierbach on the defense here. Pass comes to Klecker, throws it to Thomas in the corner for three. Got it. He has been lights out from downtown tonight. 20 points on 6 made triples. 43-31 the score. 7:10 to go in the ball game. Hamilton bounces the pass to Sims. Sims trying to find some room inside. Gets tied up. A foul is going to be charged to Reese Johnson. And that'll be the first for KU. They haven't yet added KU's points here in the gym yet. There they go. 43-31 the score. 7:05 to go. Schmierbach to inbound here for Henley. Gets it to Kirk. Kirk thought about a three. Drives inside. Out to Sims straight away. Throws the pass to Hamilton in the corner. Skips the pass to Taylor on the right block. Taylor outside to Sims. Straight away three. Back iron. Rebound taken down by Reese Johnson. Johnson nearly loses it to Taylor in the backcourt, but they get it ahead. KU. Now it's Reese Johnson top of the key. Here's Tilden Kaufman. He tries a deep triple. No good. Kai Taylor with the rebound. Bounces it ahead to Schmierbach. 6.5 to go. Henley trails by 12. Schmierbach races ahead. Bounces it over to Corbin Hamilton. Hamilton guarded by Kaufman. Brings it around head of the key. Now to Sims. Sims on the right wing. Now Hamilton straight away. Skips the pass to Kirk in the near corner. Picked up there by Thomas. Back to Hamilton. 16 to shoot. Hamilton tries to find Taylor underneath, but an errant pass is taken away by KU, only for them to give it right back. Kirk, near corner three. No, the rebound taken down by Kirk. Kirk throws it outside to Sims, now to Hamilton. With his toes on the line, Hamilton a long shot won't drop. Taylor battles for the rebound again. Hamilton gets a third chance. They give it up to Sims. Full shot clock. Hamilton alone in the corner for three. No. Henley battling for another rebound. Gives it to Kirk. Sims inside. Loses it on the drive, and KU comes up with it. And a whistle. Timeout called by KU. Will take it. 43-31. 5:45 to go in this one. Back with more fourth quarter action next on mybasin.com.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
43-31 the score. Klamath Union leading Henley. 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. We've got a moment to check in on some other scores. Check in on Oregon Tech at halftime. They trail the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers 38-29. If Eastern Oregon is able to hold on and knock off Tech, they'll be in a tie for first place in the Cascade Conference. Tech also plays tomorrow. The defending national champion College of Idaho Yotes come to town. Tech will tip off at 3 o'clock for the women. And then the defending national champion men's basketball team from C of I tips off at 5 against OIT. You can catch all those games on our radio stations on 104.3 and 960 Sports and 92.5 KLAD. All right, ready to go back here in the fourth quarter. 43-31, 5:45 to go. Henley's 5 on the floor is Sims, Schmierbach, Hamilton, Taylor, and Kirk. KU starts with the ball. Tristan Klecker with it, top of the key. Now to the hands of Landon Bogate. Bogate gives it up to Johnson. Pass goes into the corner. Now back outside to Tobias Thomas. Guarded there by Schmierbach, head of the key. Now Klecker. Klecker gives it up to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Taylor, 10 to shoot for KU. They give it up to Tobias Thomas. Thomas driving a right elbow jumper, rims out. Schmierbach pulls down the miss. Henley needing points in a big way on this possession. Schmierbach dribbling it up into the front court, bounces it to Hamilton. Hamilton thought about a triple, then thought twice. Then they gave it up to Schmierbach, head of the key. Schmierbach with a left-handed dribble. Throws it to Hamilton at the free throw line. They kick it out to Sims. Sims driving in. He gets tied up in the paint, loses the dribble, goes back up and out with it, but it's taken away by KU, and then a whistle. Going to charge this one, I think, to Schmierbach. And it'll be KU basketball here on the near sideline. Schmierbach picking up his second. That's the first for Henley here in the fourth quarter. Under 5 minutes to go and a 12-point deficit for Henley. Landon Bogate inbounds in the backcourt. Bringing the ball up against Reese Schmierbach. Now pass comes to Tobias Thomas near side. Head of the key to Reese Johnson. Whips it in the corner to Klecker. Klecker trying to drive. He'll be fouled by Thunder Kirk, who blocked him on his way in. Second team foul there for Henley. And for Thunder, that is his first. Got a sub coming in for Henley. Rafael Pena checking in. Pena will replace Kirk. So Henley looking to get some shooting out there. Try to make a comeback into this one. Inbound pass intended for Thomas is picked up by Klecker. Klecker goes up with a quick two in the paint. Klecker's got 5 points in the game. Pena racing ahead the other way. Dribbles it into the corner. Throws it to Schmierbach, head of the key. Henley trailing by 14. 4.5 to go. Here's Sims, uncontested, straightaway triple, cashes in. And a timeout is called by Henley. 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take our final timeout of regulation, and when we come back, fourth quarter continues on mybasin.com.
To reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
(45-34). Klamath Union leads Henley. 4:21 to go in the ball game. The student section's battling. That's always a fun thing in the Skyline Conference. Everyone's heads going back and forth. Here we go. 5 on the floor here for Henley to start out of the break. Pena, Sims, Schmierbach, Hamilton, and Taylor. For Klamath Union, it's Bogate, Kaufman, Klecker, Thomas, and Johnson. 4:21 to go. Henley trails by 11. All right, are we ready to go? Here we go. Tilden Kaufman takes the inbound pass. They get it to Klecker. It's poked free. Tilden Kaufman comes up with it. Skip pass to Johnson underneath. Blocked by Hamilton. Klecker now has it at the paint. His shot blocked by Taylor. Back-to-back Henley blocks, and they've got it. Schmierbach into the front court here for Henley. Schmierbach bounced it out to Sims. He thought about a three. Has someone grabbing him. They give it up to Pena. He tries a triple. Pena's shot no good. The rebound picked up by Landon Bogate. Klamath Union might have gotten away with a couple of fouls on that possession, but they've got it on offense now. Bogate gives it up to Klecker there on the left side. Now ahead to Kaufman straight away, guarded there by Pena. Rifles the pass to Johnson down low. Outside to Bogate for three. He got it. 48-34, 3.5 to go in the fourth. Hamilton thought about responding with a triple. Instead, they give it to Pena. Now outside to Schmierbach. Now Sims has it on the right extended arc. Back to Schmierbach. Schmierbach looking for some motion. Finds Hamilton. Quick feed to Taylor down low. Taylor with the bucket. He's been great tonight for Henley. Good work underneath for the Henley sophomore. Tilden Kaufman brings it into the front court for KU. They give it underneath to Klecker. He goes up with the shot and he's fouled. And so Tristan Klecker to the line for 2. On a previous trip this game, he was 1 for 2. And he's got 5 total points.
Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share, the Love Events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable, not corporate. Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi today.
Klecker goes 1 for 2 at the line, and ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by KU. So it'll be Henley basketball. Henley taking the ball up the floor. Schmierbach ahead for Henley. Throws it to Sims in the corner. Sims driving baseline. Picks up the dribble underneath the cup. Tries to kick it out. Taylor does. Pena keeps it in bounds. Broken play stays alive here for Henley. Pena with the left hand. Picks up the dribble. Rolls it across the floor to Sims. Driving inside. Sims from 12 scores. Sims with 11. Henley trails by as many. 2:40 to go. They nearly come up with a steal. Tilden Kaufman has it on the left side. Kaufman, a mid-range jumper is no good. Kai Taylor pulls down the rebound. Gives it ahead to Schmierbach. Henley looking to get themselves within 9 on this possession. Schmierbach throws it to Pena. Pena for 3. No. Rebound is picked up by Thomas. Klamath Union can afford to play the clock, and that's exactly what the assistant coach, Liston Case, is saying. Slow down. Pass comes near side to Tobias Thomas. He tries a 3. No good. Kai Taylor with the rebound. Rafael Pena ahead with 2 minutes remaining. Pena dribbles into the free throw line. Goes outside to Hamilton. Jab step left, going right. Hamilton skips into the paint. Off the glass, no. And the rebound is picked up by Tristan Klecker. And again, now Tobias Thomas can slow things down. We've got a timeout called by Klamath Union. 49-38 our score. The Pelicans lead the Hornets. 1:48 to go in the fourth quarter.
Are you a parent of a high school athlete tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action? There is a solution. God's Gift Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more today.
Annalisa here in the building tonight. Caught up with her before the game. Takes all of our great photos online on mybasin.com. Lost River Bonanza. She makes trips out to all the outlying schools as well, so great opportunity to message her on Facebook. It was timeout called by KU. 49-38 the score. 1:48 to go. It was a full timeout. Our Skyline Conference League opener tonight. Both teams in action on Tuesday. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we bring our post-game show to you whenever the conclusion of this one is final. By the way, halftime at Oregon Tech, again, 38-29. Eastern Oregon leads the Hustlin' Owls. 5 on the floor for Henley. Schmierbach, Sims, Pena, Taylor, Hamilton. 5 on the floor for KU. They've got the basketball. It's Thomas, Bogate, Kaufman, Klecker, and Johnson. Inbound pass goes to Bogate. Clock is against the Hornets now. Bogate gives it to Johnson on the right extended arc. Back to Bogate. Now into the hands of Klecker. Klecker to Thomas off a screen. Picked up there by Sims. Pass comes to Johnson. 15 to shoot. Now to the hands of Kaufman straight away. They give it up to Bogate. Bogate with 10. Picks up his dribble. Guarded by Hamilton. Now to Johnson. Johnson throws it to Kaufman. Head of the key. A 19-foot jumper's left well short. Air ball goes out of bounds. 1:18 to go. Henley down by 11. They'll have the basketball. Pena bringing the ball up the floor. Throws it to Schmierbach. Taken away by Thomas. Thomas against Schmierbach, and a foul is going to be on the floor. Going to see who they charge it to. I think it'll be Schmierbach on the floor. That is the fourth Henley team foul. And so one more will put KU in the bonus. Kaufman to inbound. Looks to Bogate on the left block. Picks up the dribble. Now throws it outside to Johnson. Now Klecker. Klecker on the right side now to Kaufman. Now to the hands of Bogate straight away. 1 minute remaining. Bogate guarded by Hamilton. Now to the hands of Tobias Thomas, right side. Thomas back to Bogate. Klamath Union content to drain the clock. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Klecker drives in, loses it. Sims rips it away. 43 seconds in the game. Sims brings it up, dribbles into a three. The shot will not count. There is a foul on the play. And I think it's going to be a blocking foul against KU off ball. Third team foul for the Pels. And now 4 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Henley going to call a timeout. 49-38, 39 and a half seconds to go in the ball game.
Welcome to Howard's Meat Center, where tradition meets innovation with every cut and every bite of Smoke and Age barbecue. As you step through our doors, you're not just entering a meat center, you're stepping back to a time where the quality of meat and the depth of customer service were everything. Check out Howard's Meat Center next to Les Schwab Tires on South 6th Street today. Elevate uses a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness, treating athletes of all ages since 2020.
Again, an 11-point game here. Klamath Union leading Henley in the Skyline Conference season opener. 5 on the floor for Henley. Pena, Hamilton, Schmierbach, Taylor, and Sims. For Klamath Union, Thomas, Klecker, Johnson, Kaufman, and Bogate. Henley will start with the ball. Down 11, 39 and a half to go. Pena. Looking to inbound to anybody. Has to get rid of it. Finds Hamilton in close. Quickly up with the shot. It rolls off the rim. Doesn't go. Schmierbach gets the rebound. Back up with the shot. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Reese Schmierbach at the line for a couple. He's without points yet in the ball game, but looking for his first here.
Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles. We feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes.
Schmierbach hit his first free throw, makes it a 10-point game. Second free throw is good. And a timeout is called here by Henley. We'll stick with you through this timeout. A score of 49-40. And Klamath Union leads Henley again, 34 and a half seconds to go. Want to remind you, we will be back in action for Henley's next Skyline Conference games Tuesday night against Mazama. It'll be right here inside the Hornets' nest. 6 o'clock tip-off for the Lady Hornets, 7:30 tip-off for the boys, and then Henley on the road on Friday night. They'll be taking on the Hidden Valley Mustangs in Murphy, just south of Grants Pass, Oregon. That'll be Friday night, and we'll have coverage for you, of course, right here on mybasin.com. League season takes us all the way up until February 27th. The state tournament midway through March. It feels far off now, but it will come here quick, hopefully for one of these Skyline Conference teams. Again, a year that's pretty much wide open. Skyline Conference has sent teams to the state tournament each year since, I believe, 2019. Klamath Union has gone a couple times. Henley's gone a few times. Mazama went and represented last year. And here we go. Same 10 on the floor since when we went to the break. And Henley going to be fouling quickly, I would imagine, at least a couple of times quick to try to send KU into the bonus. And they get Kaufman quickly. And so now they've put KU into the bonus. Thought they had one more to give, but I was mistaken. So we've got 2 free throws coming up for Tilden Kaufman. So far at the game, 2 for 2 at the line, and he's got 9 total points. First foul there for Carson Sims, by the way, I believe.
The mission of the Pacific Power Foundation is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the foundation has awarded over $13 million to nonprofit organizations.
Both free throws good for Tristan Klecker. For Tilden Kaufman, rather. And 26 seconds to go in an 11-point ball game. Sims Step back deep three, unable to cash in. Taylor with the rebound. He's going to throw it out to Schmierbach. 17 seconds to go now. Schmierbach over to Pena. Pena tries a three off the window, no. Schmierbach again gets the rebound, backs out beyond the arc, throws it to Pena, tries another deep three, rims out. Rebound falls to Landon Bogate, and that will do it. The Klamath Union Pelicans come to Hornets Nest and take a Skyline Conference win against the Henley Hornets. We'll be back in 2 minutes to discuss this one on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Final score tonight, the Klamath Union Pelicans defeat the Henley Hornets 51-40. Let's run down our leading scorers for you. First for Klamath Union, who are led by Tobias Thomas, had just an outrageous night from beyond the arc. Hit 6 3-pointers and scored 20 points. He was helped out by Tilden Kaufman with 11, 8 from Landon Bogate, 7 for Tristan Klecker, and 6 for Reese Johnson. For Henley tonight, they were led by Kai Taylor with 12 points. Carson Sims had 11. Rafael Pena had 8. 7 for Corbin Hamilton and 2 for Reese Schmierbach. A tough one to lose for Henley at home tonight. Sophia is just a well-played game from Klamath Union. Henley did all they could, but just wound up being outmatched tonight.
Yeah, not long before Henley comes back from this, they'll see great competition next Tuesday, and so they're going to go into that game same way they did today. Just didn't go as what they expected, but they're still locked in. They're still ready. Next game, they're ready to just fight back from this game tonight.
It'll be Tuesday when Henley is next in action. They're taking on the Mazama Vikings on this very floor, trying to grab a home win in the Skyline Conference. Sophia and Ian, thank you guys for joining me up here in the booth tonight. I want to say, do you have any final thoughts? Well, I'll ask you, Sophia, since Ian, you don't have a microphone anymore, but any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up and get off the air tonight?
I just think this was a great experience. I just want to thank you guys. I saw a lot tonight, and this really helps me for my senior projects as well as Ian. It was a great experience for us to be here, especially at our school. Like, I get to experience 2 great things: love sports, love being on air. Just overall, just a great experience.
Well, great job tonight. 51-40, our final. Klamath Union defeating the Henley Hornets. I want to thank everybody involved in tonight's broadcast. We'll start with all the head coaches. John Nahar, the Lady Pelicans, Randy Denson for the Lady Hornets, and then, of course, Ed Case for the boys of the Pelicans, and Brian Stock here for the Henley boys. Also want to give a big thank you to Luke Hammond for giving us a spot here to sit inside the Hornets' nest and broadcast another game of Henley Hornets basketball. Thanks to you for joining us for another edition of Henley basketball. Without you tuning in, we're just a bunch of folks talking to ourselves up here, so thank you for ever find in our broadcast tonight on mybasin.com. Once again, the final score tonight, Klamath Union defeats Henley 51-50. For my partners tonight, Ian Meyer and Sophia Meyer, my name is Josh Eldridge. Hope you have a great weekend. So long and good night from Henley High School.